Okay. Hi guys, let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Oh, whoops, you're in the pocket. Okay, hold on. So I'm on two. I was like, I should go live before I just pull it. Okay, this can go in here. Definitely not hot. Don't need the sweater. Okay, I'm gonna be going in here behind these people. Hold on. I want to park right in front of the building so that when everybody comes out, they see all the signs. Okay, go, go, go. Going. Go ahead, sorry. Okay, now I'm going. Thank you. Okay, good. Boom. Is there a spot? Yes. Is this a spot? Yes, that I can park in. Okay, I need to do some kind of U-turn. Yes. OMG, guys. I'm parking right in front of the CPAB meeting. Or is it neighborhood council? Which one is it? Okay, I need to go this way. Excuse me. Yes, okay, right here. So bear with me. Janet is there. Janet Whelan, our sweet little buddy. Just kidding. I don't even know how to respond to that, but Janet is there. Okay, good. And they have their electric car parking. Okay, I'm parked right in front. Woo! It's fucking hot as heck. And this is nerve-wracking because I'm late. And they probably already started. Okay, I have all of the flyers. I'm going to be handing out the flyers. Oh, I should probably put on some lipstick because that's always nice. Right, guys? Ladies and gents? Just to be a little more presentable. Woo! Then I add a little chapstick. There we go. All right. Boom shakalaka. Let's get in here. I'm going to go in just kind of casual first. I'm going to drink some water. And so I might set up and everything once I get in there. All right. This I can unplug. Whew, sweating. Hope I'm not too late. Okay, I'm putting you guys in my bag for a second. And just to not be too obvious or whatever. Okay, hold on. Oh good, I got my sunglasses and I got the flyers. All right guys, here we go. Whoops, no effect.
But the process is very slow. The hiring process goes through personnel department, not the law enforcement department. And the hiring process is much slower than other agencies. Some more applicants, other agencies are moving on in 2 months. We are already, but
other police departments are getting them?
Yeah, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica.
And so is there any work being done to shorten that?
There's a lot of work, yeah, a lot of systems are being changed. We have a new captain over there that's been over there probably about 8 months. She's doing a tremendous job. She's really correcting a lot of things for people better, but it's not an overnight process. But we are, yes, slowly.
Just really quick, if this matters, this issue of hiring matters, people should be paying attention to charter reform because the ability to hire officers, how many, budget, et cetera, is also being considered in charter reform, which is the city's constitution.
But it sounds like the issue is more in the hiring
Right
process
now.
being too slow.
Right now, but what I'm saying is that there are people on both sides of the position, and there are people on the opposite side trying to lower the ability to have as many people on the police force going forward under charter reform. So if that matters, people should participate now. And I don't know if you guys know, but your nameplates are
They looked at their badges, their name tags.
I'll do this dancing.
We don't need anything else, right?
Okay, thank you, Captain. I think we're gonna move on to our special presentation. Officer Hector Pereira is gonna talk about the homeless coordinators unit. So welcome. Do you
Hello,
wanna-
everybody. My name is Hector Pereira. Like I said, I work for the Homeless Coordinator Unit. The unit was established back in 2016. And it's basically just a liaison between all the council offices and then all the divisions within the city. Also, works with Rankin Parks, Caltrans, CHP, and all the watches, as well with all the outreach workers. So
somebody
every single time that
representing the
there's
mayor's
actually any type of change in policy or we need to go update the divisions. We also do supervisor school and FBO update school for them. We teach them anything of the policies that have occurred or are occurring. For example, I know that here, like in Hollywood, they have the Circle program. It's an unarmed response unit that there is, as well as the LEAD program that officers and SEALs can actually submit a referral for folks that they actually need assistance with services. I know a lot of the other parts of the city and other divisions don't really have these actually programs. And Hollywood actually does, as well as working with all the cleanups. And with the mayor's office with the Inside Safe program as well, they have done a lot of great things here in Hollywood. And we're hoping that when the next year comes for June for us, that we're gonna probably be able to get a few more programs on the way, but we're kind of just still waiting to see how this year's gonna end on for the upcoming year, as well as one of the things, a lot of folks, people believe that officers can actually just have like a magic wand and be able to resolve a lot of the issues out there when it comes to homelessness. But because of certain lawsuits and certain things that have occurred in the past have impacted how police work is done when it comes to homelessness. For example, if there's a call for service, officers respond. They'll talk to the individual. Our department has been teaching service-led, voluntary compliance, just kind of like the captain was speaking about. You go there, educate them, and then they get to a point where they can start citing, and hopefully it doesn't get to the point where they actually do a physical arrest. The issue is, like other people have said, that a lot of these locations, it is an eyesore, it is ADA, it's not in compliance, but officers can't remove that property. So we have to have sanitation be able to respond to these locations. Each council office gets normally 2 days a week where they can actually submit that. The way the public can actually help us out is submitting them through MyLink 311. It goes to sanitation, it goes to the council office for them to be able to schedule. As well as the officers, the SLOs, I know that they also submit their MyLink 311 requests regarding homelessness and things of that nature. So That's the only platform that the actual city has to be able to, get these services there. Another, referral platform that we also use in the department is LA Hop referral. There is a couple of changes that are hopefully gonna be coming up in the next couple months. I know, LASA is the one that's actually the IT that runs behind it. So they are trying to do a couple of changes and have, other resources to be able to respond. The challenge for the city and kind of for us as a department is, if the city only has certain services because of what the budget is, or depending what part of the city you're at, some other parts of the divisions have other resources than some others don't. For example, if these services, let's say everybody has an issue here or problem, and the city only has like 3 different ways to be able to resolve it, all the different walks of life, we're not gonna be able to resolve everybody's issue as, when it comes to homelessness. That's kind of one of the challenges that we've been having, to try to figure out how we can, assist a lot of these homeless to actually move on from being on the street to be able to, whatever they actually need. So the city is working, trying to figure these things out, as well as, like the vehicle dwelling. I know it's a big thing everywhere you go with the vehicle dwelling. One of the hiccups that we actually had was during COVID. During COVID, we were asked to back off and be able to advise these folks to shelter in place. Now when all of that has been lifted, now we're going back to re-educate the homeless community and try to figure that out. What we have encountered is that a lot of man hours from officers have taken to try to just impound one RV. So working with the council officers, they ended up creating the program of the CEO's office, which actually assists in being able to coordinate that a lot easier for the officers, where they don't have to coordinate with outreach, they don't have to coordinate with the impound yard, they don't have to figure out if there's room in the impound yard, they don't have to, for sanitation to bring the team to be able to pump the black water in the RV. And they also invited DOT to be a part of it. They're the head that is doing all the impounds, and the officers are doing a lot of the outreach and a lot of the making sure that the casino is safe and being secure for actually people to be able to work within these locations. So that has actually helped quite a bit, but then again, we need folks to be able to submit MILA 311 requests in order for the process to actually begin, for also officers to be able to respond and to be able to clean these type of areas. That's basically what my office kind of does, almost on a daily basis.
Go ahead.
If someone was to submit a 311, do they email you the number, or who do they email so you guys know about it?
So you're more than welcome to email it to us, as well as your senior lead officer that there's been a service request location. I know on the website, I can't remember what tab it is, but you can actually put the actual service request number, and you can see if it's been canceled, been closed, or if it's still pending. But a lot of it goes to sanitation in order for it to go to the council office, or council office can actually be able to put it in whatever date they're gonna get to be able to clean that location.
I have a question about who actually owns the RVs, because, what percentage of those RVs are owned by slumlords, for lack of a better descriptor? The occupants aren't the ones that own it, they're renting it from somebody who has a bunch of RVs. Like, what's happening with distinguishing between somebody who's sleeping in their car or, you know, their van versus somebody who's sleeping in an RV that they're renting from someone who's purchased it for that purpose?
That would be kind of a difficult question, and the reason why is, because some of the RVs, they don't have no plates, or there's no titles, there's no nothing. And a lot of times, a lot of folks won't tell you that they're actually renting it, or they're borrowing it, or anything like that. So for us to be able to go out there and see who owns it, well, that's what makes it difficult. That's why we needed a for the city to bring in DOT to be able to assist with that process. So I couldn't give you any type of percentage numbers of who owns what, in regard of parties when it comes to that.
Sorry, I hit replay instead of record.
Typically in Hollywood, just from our experience, typically when you count an RV, the person that's inside is not the owner. I would say 9 out of 10 times that person's not the owner.
Sometimes we can't even find an owner anymore.
Professor Gilbert.
You hinted that there are, it looks like 4 changes are coming in the next couple months. Are you able to divulge what those changes are?
As of right now, we don't, for instance, we're trying to get the circle team to be, basically throughout the whole citywide, and right now it's only in certain areas. The other program that we're hoping that it can go citywide would be the lead team, which is basically the law enforcement assisted diversion. And officers can submit referrals for that, but right now I believe it's only 6 divisions out of the 21 divisions. So, like I said, as other divisions, they started these programs in areas where it's actually more populated or there's more requests for homeless services. So those are 2 things that hopefully, depending what the new budget's gonna be, hopefully they actually come into to the rest of the city to be able to assist them.
And would this part of the budget be under LAPDs?
I wouldn't,
You don't know?
I
Okay,
wouldn't.
all right.
Alrighty, 2 things. One statement, there's a council file right now on abandoned RVs where it's bringing up issues of constitutionality of living in the city. What is your department's position on 4118 enforcement?
4118 is basically the public right of way. So everything that has to do with public right of way,
Memphis zone, not the areas that have the signs that say 4118 zone.
special enforcement zones. Normally, the council officers actually decide where those special enforcement zones are gonna be, and they get posted, and after they get posted, you have to wait at least 14 days in order for any type of enforcement to be actually come into play.
I apologize for not articulating this correctly. Council district offices have indicated that because they've expired, they will not enforce them. I'm asking if LAPD is still enforcing them.
Right now, the only ones that we are enforcing are all the school zones, and of course, the bike lanes, the roadways and things of that nature.
If I may,
Yeah, so
the signs are still up, at Gower, and LAPD, we enforce based on what the law states and what's allowed. So it isn't necessarily dictated one way or the other by council.
Okay, 'cause- and thank you for saying that, because as you know, we have a problem at Gower and Bronson, and we were told they don't exist anymore, and so it's good to know that
yeah, we're still enforcing things, as long as it's legal,
Signs up.
we'll always enforce. Whether something's expired or not, we'll have to check in on an individual basis. I didn't.
Is there an expiration on those signs?
I don't see 13 months to answer, but apparently they were only really good for 2 years. That's what we've been told lately.
I think the council office has a position that about 4118 that might differ from LAPD's.
But the 4118 special enforcement zones, when we get the sign, has to be voted on by the council office. LAPD doesn't decide where they go.
I get that, and I'm not sure.
But it was voted on, all disclosure, it was voted on by a previous administration of that council office. So this current administration is not interested in maintaining those zones, is that accurate?
They've indicated they will not renew, they've expired, and they will not renew them.
Okay.
But we have schools in our area, so I'm trying to figure out whether or not they still qualify as 4118 zones or not.
The schools still qualify.
Schools, parks, daycares, preschools, they all still count, we still enforce it, yes.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. Thank you for coming, appreciate it. Officer Beretta. You're welcome to stay, or if you need to go.
Anybody else has any questions?
We can switch out here, I understand. Now we're gonna move on to updates from our government officials and Hollywood area representatives. So, let's see, I see C4.
Janet keeps hiding.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bernadette Conley. I'm the field deputy for the Hollywood Hills from CD4. I think I probably told most of you about this, and I'm happy to talk more about with you individually if you aren't familiar with it. But speed cameras are coming.
Haggis is hiding behind the woman sitting next to her.
And I have a list for CD4. I know a lot of you are probably in CD13, so I can get that for you as well. But just be aware that they are coming. It'll start with a warning, and then it will go into an actual citation. Construction should begin in April, so you might be seeing those very soon. And most of them are nearby schools, in notoriously dangerous pedestrian areas, and where there are high incidents of speed racing.
There's a website that lists all the locations, is
Yeah.
that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll include that. Anything else from CD?
No.
Okay, great. CD13?
Yeah, hello, everybody. My name is Lara, Deputy District Director for Councilmember Roberto Martinez. I was just referring to you guys, so I was going to put my report out now, but I think all of you are familiar with Anais. She is actually moving into special projects in our office. We are in the middle of hiring a replacement deputy for Anais. She's still on the team, it's just that she's in a different position of the team. Still on the field team, you'll still see her in Hollywood. And so as soon as we get a replacement field deputy, they'll also come to meetings and introduce, themselves and all of that. So that should be hopefully in the next month's meeting. But I'm gonna get some updates for you that I have from Anais, and then I'll talk more about the other things I have come up in the meeting. And apologies, I am double booked tonight, so after my updates, I will have to run. But I am leaving my business cards here in case. I've seen a lot of you talk to you before, but in case anyone has questions. All right, so from Anais. Well, first, thank you to everybody who endured the academy closure, and there's fun. The next major closure is April 18th through 21st at the Chinese and Dolby theaters. And after the street closure meeting, we'll more closer to that, we'll get more updates and another, not warning, but another notice, I guess. For Dorothy and Benjamin Smith Park, we'll be getting a fence, but we don't have an implementation timeline quite yet for Dorothy Benjamin Smith.
The fence is up.
Oh, great. Where is
Fence
that? Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the fence is up as part of the dog park being built. So that is still an internal conversation with BRAC for the update for that, but it's good to know that the fence is finally up. Great. We don't need a timeline, amazing. Classes for Selma Park have also restarted again. There were a few incidents in Selma Park that we've been in touch with the BRAC and PD and everything about, but the programming is back at Selma Park, so please go and join if you can, I think it's Zoom with classes, things like that, but that's back at Selma. We'll share the flyer out to the CPAB and neighborhood councils and everything, so that's know. Thank you to Slow Annabelle.
Not here.
But thank you for Slow Annabelle for the petition flyers for the closure of Lexington Park. Another announcement, our district director, Alejandra Marroquin, is now moving into another position in the office as well. Hector Vega is now our district director, which you all
See how
know
she's
Hector
taking
very well.
notes.
So he's our district director.
She's
He'll also
taking
be
notes
making
of everything.
rounds to,
Who the new people are.
to reestablish himself, but again, everybody knows Hector very well. So that is another change that I wanted to make. But Ale will be mostly in charge of all of our projects for RAP, so we'll get more updates as it goes. But a lot of the night we had an internal conversation with, I keep saying RAP, Recs and Parks, the Recs and Parks Department, about all of these projects that we have in the funnel, sort of, and where they are and the funding sources for them, and if we have funding sources and all of that. So we're kind of prioritizing based on
She's gonna
more updates on all of these later. For streetlights, okay, so for streetlights, I don't know if you all know, I'm just getting the lights for you all that have been prepared, but thank God, because I have some updates here as well. So the streetlights, I don't know if you all know, Councilmember Soto Martinez has put in, I think $1.9 or $1.8 billion now for street lighting. Before it was $500K, $200K, things like that, just to see how much we could sort of get, and as inflation kept going up and other things kept going up, so did the prices of things. So last year, the end of the year, council member put in about $1 million, excuse me, into the Bureau of Street Lighting, for a dedicated crew in CD 13. So basically what that means is the discretionary funding that we used to put into the Bureau of Street Lighting would go to overtime, just so that they can like reinforce the lights, replace the lights, whatever, what have you with the lights, right? But that wasn't like getting rid of our backlog for service requests. We had like 36,000 service requests open for streetlights, and that just wasn't making a dent or anything. So the $1 million motion is to hire a dedicated crew that doesn't go anywhere else in the city. It's just for CD 13. So we're making our headway into the street lighting issues to make sure that we light up as much as we can within that. So I had sent ESL the first 29 or so circuits for our district, basically. There are a few lights in, there's a lot of lights in Mila, part of our district, that have been out for 2.5 years, so we were targeting those. But now they've moved into Hollywood. So basically, I have them on rotation, like Mila, Hollywood, Mila, Hollywood. So right now they're entering into Hollywood, and currently, I'll also like update on the exact streets that they put, because without getting too into the weeds of things, every intersection has a service point, a feed point. That feed point or service point, when that's fixed, lights up the, like, I don't know, 2 streets west and east, I think, of the service point. So when I'm like, oh, can you fix this service point from, from McAdam to Longford to Lexington, then that will be fixed, but also like some of the surrounding streets are getting fixed. I'm trying to streamline with BSL what streets exactly, so that you all know, and so that you can also, our office is like texting constituents in the areas that have been repaired, so that we know if they are repaired or if they're not repaired. So all to say that I have a report that McAdam to Longford from Lexington and McAdam Santa Monica to Romaine have been repaired as of today. So if you could all check those areas and let me know, or like email me, text me, whatever it is on the business cards that I've left, to let me know that they are fixed, and if they're not fixed, then obviously, like, you know, to go back to BSL. But the next ones in the Hollywood area, how it works, by the way, too, is the list that they have for BSL, they take about a couple of weeks to scout out the location and make sure that they have everything that they need, the people, and like the reinforcement that they need, if it's a power box issue, if it's a copper wire head issue, if it's a whatever issue, right? So they take like 1 or 2 weeks to scout the locations, and then they start repairing. So the next ones on are Fountain between Highland and Las Palmas, Citrus Avenue between Lexington and Santa Monica, Lexington between Las Palmas and Seward, Vermont between Rosewood and Council, and Vine between Romaine and Fountain. So those are, I mean, now, you know, hopefully you don't have to remember all that, but just to say that there's going to be more repairs happening in Hollywood. If there are any requests that have been opened through 311, oh, that's what I was going to say about 311. Always report through 311, but I know that the app, even with the revamping, is really not that great. So when you do fill out a 311 service request, get the confirmation number, send it to the council office always anyway, to your deputy, because we also always end up having to like figure out why something is closed when it clearly is still open, you know? So if you have streetlights that haven't been on for 2 years, 1.5 years, like year, like all of that, please send it over to me so I could add it on this queue, and then we'll keep updating folks as we go through the $1 million of street lighting. We did have a conversation with BSL about solar lights, and to be transparent, 66 lights is about $500,000 for, right, which is half of our budget. And so there is a conversation about how, like, in certain areas of reinforcing, you know, things like that, so copper wire theft is a little bit harder. But as far as putting solar lights into an area, and obviously it's like a case by case, because I know there's an issue on Bronson and Gower, but just because of those numbers, we're not like, you know, we don't quite know about the solar lights quite yet, but we're just trying to get our lights up and running in the district first, and then because obviously like solar lights would be more viable and more.
Is there something on the Council District 13 website where people can go to see where things are in the process?
For the solar, for anything?
For the street light repair, since this is a special allocation?
No, so it's really our so I work directly with our comms team, and our comms team is really the ones directly like outreaching the constituents and these lights. We only
there's no like, what's happening now with streetlights?
No, just in our newsletter sometimes, but I think we're also working on like, figuring out like how to be more, you know, with the, we also just didn't wanna run into this issue where, obviously I'm telling you all right now, like send me the streetlight requests when you have them, but we just didn't wanna run into this issue either where, because we're working on a really huge backlog, we just keep adding more and more lights, and so then like folks who, we're like, oh, we have $1 million, and people are like, you can fix our lights that have been out for a week, you know, and I'm like, I would love to, and like, obviously, right, but like, yeah, so we're working on being a little bit more, finding that balance with folks, but if you all have any streetlights that have been out for a long time, send them over to us, and then we can put them
Okay,
in.
we're gonna have to move on, but thank you so much for that. I think we need, is there anyone else from the government here?
Oh, right now,
Okay, Brandy, do you wanna,
this council districts that have.
you wanna introduce yourself?
Sorry, my name is Brandy Demore, I'm the president of Hollywood United and Community Assistance Chair Covering. The council district 13 neighborhood councils are putting on a candidate 13 forum on April 30th at 6 p.m., which will be at Los Angeles Community College.
It says 5:30 p.m. on the.
5:30 when the doors open, the
Okay.
actual debate starts at 6. Right now, the flyer, just for save the date, there'll be another flyer that goes out to register. We're probably gonna do it through Eventbrite or something like that because of limited capacity, but it is open to the public, and so everybody here, anybody's got any interest in Council District 13, there are 4 candidates that qualified, so all 4 candidates have been invited to the event.
Okay, and that's at LA City College, which is on Vermont Avenue. So as soon as we get
Yeah,
the
there's gonna be
link
it's a
to
room.
sign up, you'll
Yeah.
send it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who else do we have? We have Mayor's office, I think?
Everyone ready? Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Susana Cervantes, Northeast Area Rep with the Mayor's Office. I cover CD1 and CD13. Good to see everyone. I have a couple of announcements, but also just want to use the opportunity again to point out what was just discussed. The best practice that I've been sharing with everyone is to be logged into 311 when you put your request in, because then you'll automatically get the email updates and notifications about the status, where first confirm that it is submitted, and you get that reference number, because for some of these service requests, there's a waiting list, so it matters when it gets entered. The other thing I'll say that I was told I was allowed to give you a heads up on, little teaser, the mayor is, hopefully very soon gonna be announcing something around streetlights, so it's good news, so more to come on that. And the other thing I wanted to mention, Assembly Member Mark Gonzalez introduced legislation, AB 1941, you've heard of it, the mayor is in support of this, and it's to combat organized metal theft in Los Angeles and across California. Copper wire theft is the leading cause of street outages in LA, and this will strengthen enforcement by targeting repeat and organized offenders who steal and traffic stolen materials, and establish a statewide data sharing tool to allow law enforcement, public agencies, and private partners to share information and track organized theft operations. And we all know the impact this has had on streetlights. The last thing I'll say is a couple of weeks ago or more, the mayor hosted town hall forum with other mayors, over 20 mayors, so it was local government, regarding ice rinks. And there were testimonials and just sharing of information. This is the second hearing, this was a hearing. The second hearing she's done, the last hearing she did was a congressional hearing with several members of Congress, both from California and outside California, so it's more federal. And again, testimonials and sharing of information. She's been working across different levels of government regarding the impact it's had on Los Angeles, both business, constituents, and just the community as a whole. That's all I have today.
Thank you. Question about copper wire theft thieves. Do you catch them? Or are they like the catalytic converter guys who like are in and out so fast, it's really hard? Have you got any? Wires in hand? Okay. So are they being charged for the cost of repairing the damage that they do? Or they, in other words,
Yeah, they charge the whole thing, the vandalism.
so is that a felony charge?
far along we catch them in the process.
There is a council file that was introduced in the last month, to higher penalties for organized.
Correct. What about the disorganized? A lot of things are not that organized. Anyway, okay, thank you. Slows, who wants to go first? Anybody have anything they want to talk about?
I'll go first. Nothing earth shattering from Central Hollywood. I'm Senior Lead Officer Heather Moffa. I cover pretty much Central Hollywood, just west of here. But we are planning National Night Out. It's our biggest event of the year. This year is going to be on Tuesday, August 4th. So if there's any community groups that would like to get engaged with myself, I hope Alexis doesn't help me out. We haven't had that conversation yet. Regarding planning National Night Out, but if there's any community groups that would like to get involved or that would like to table at the event, please reach out personally to me. I'll be coordinating that event. But if you haven't been part of it in the past, it's a great opportunity for community to come out and engage with the police department. There's a lot of freebies. We have free food, we have activities for kids, music, and you get to hang out with all of your favorite Hollywood officers.
It's gonna be here again?
Yes, on Cole.
So on Cole Street?
Yep,
Cole.
like the last couple of years. Yeah.
A mobile police unit that regularly patrols, like a couple of them, on the main boulevards where we have the problem, because I know it's been some homeless, problems on Hollywood Boulevard, because I live at the 1600 building, I'm a tenant here. But I also did something with this station too, because I did that community academy when Connie Dow was here, and also when Chief Willie Williams, I did it twice. In 2015, and when Chief Willie Williams also. And, you know, I saw things then, and that's going back to 2015, because he mentioned 2016, which was good. And we got problems that never been solved. These buildings that were built then, that came up in 2010, which I'm in one of them. The W Hotel was also built at the same time. Then the parking lots were turned into buildings as well. The problem is the super crime, and I'm talking about syndicated crime, which they also have a website, which are going into some of these buildings that people own, robbing people. The homeless are stabbing people. I gotta hear about this stuff like maybe every other month something happened. A friend of mine told me about somebody got stabbed, and it was a dead person in the.
What is it? Janet Willen, just give her the
What
way to happiness.
I'm really getting to is, I'm thinking about mobile crime units that can go up and down and catch these bikers. They got a little bike club doing stunts in the middle of traffic, and a couple of them bikers have already fallen down. One biker fell down, this was like a month ago, where a truck was, that they collided. So is anything gonna be done about that? Because Karen Bass is sitting on a lot of money. At first, she didn't even want the police department to have any money. And when she got robbed, well, almost got robbed, they found a gun in her house, then all of a sudden the police got money. Frankly, I would like to see more police.
This is a very specific thing in your area. Is that?
This is the majority that's gonna fall, and all, you can chat afterwards.
Okay. Thank you. Brian, did you have anything to share?
Sure,
Class?
so, since the last meeting, we got through, the Grammys, All-Star Weekend, Super Bowl, and Oscars, which did bring a lot of nightlife to the area. So levels, it used to be consistent, 10 years ago, and we typically don't see, there's kind of a little bit of a resurgence. So it did bring a lot more activity, and with all that, we still have maintained our decent crime stats without the violent spikes that we used to see. So happy to get through that, and our focus is moving forward on the vending. That's going to be our biggest tackle coming up here soon. We'll move to the citations. We're keeping an eye on things like the motorcycles, stuff like that goes on regularly. We do have our entertainment district unit out there, and they are doing the best they can while also shifting to more of a, instead of strictly enforcement, they're moving to more of a footbeat model as well to try to balance that out so we have a little more presence to address some of those issues,
What
so.
about the narcotics going into these schools?
Sure.
That's really bad now.
Some
because
of those are-
these teenagers are awful.
Correct. Some of those are pretty in-depth investigations. We do have a narcotics unit that, it's like anything else, you start pulling the thread and you see how far deep you can get upstream into those problems, so. And they're out in the entertainment district as well. They can get arrests over there on the East End, on Hollywood Boulevard, over the Selma Schrader area. And by the way, I want to big thanks to CD13 and the partnership for the work they've done in Selma Park, which is reducing a lot of that narcotics activity, and it's getting it back to use for regular people. So things like that are positive, and we're going to keep that momentum going.
And in the building that I live in, which everybody, when they mention Hollywood, they always mention the 1600 Vine building. Well, guess what's in there? You got a colony of witchcraft and voodoo.
Okay.
We'll
I've been
definitely, I
attacked.
definitely can
Wow.
talk to you after that.
I didn't have that on my business card. Okay, we need to keep going because we're gonna run out of time soon. We
chat.
did start 5 minutes
Yeah, I'll talk to you
late,
after.
so, any other slow comments?
She's, man, I'm holding my tongue.
Piggyback, so we're talking about, Jesse, I have the east side of the vision, south.
Janet can help you.
So we're speaking, CD13, Diali Molina was talking about the lights.
Scientology can help you.
We are getting lights at Let It Go Park finally at the picnic area, which summer night lights have needed in for a long time, so CD13 did come up with funds for that, so that's gonna start in June. And then, I saw the agenda, the immigration, forum is coming up, I'll just bring it up right now, so I'm speaking. I'm the liaison for LAPD Hollywood Division, that's coming up, it's on your agendas on April 16th at 5 p.m. over at the First Presbyterian Church, in Galway, Cardinals. So please plan on being there. If you have any guests that will benefit from this, please let them know. We will have a flyer out and some more information. April 16th.
Okay, Joe, Officer.
All right.
Officer Joe.
Officer Raviol, I patrol the Hollywood Hills west, essentially west of the 101, all the way to Doheny, Lackalina specifically. One of the main concerns I have right now is our burglaries, and luckily, with the support of our command staff here at Hollywood, we've had extra patrols. Units, two-person units that patrol the Hollywood Hills in order to identify and deter organized crime that have been committing these burglaries. I think that has contributed to our 6% decrease over last year, year to date, which is a success for us. There have been 2 significant arrests attached to an organized group of people that are going around the city. Unfortunately, they're organized and there's multiple suspects. So that put a dent in our numbers for the first couple of months of the year. Also, with the hot weather and summer, seems like it's already here. On your daily hikes, I know a lot of the people that I work with go on their daily hikes in the hills and enjoy nature. If you do come across an encampment, I just ask if you can safely do so. There's an application that I use to communicate with recreation and parks, and it's called What 3 Words. It basically sets a grid up to a 3x3 square, and it has 3 unique words that I can share with the rangers, and we can go out and find an encampment and do any enforcement we need, or they can clear it out. I can't clear it out, but I have a lot of people that send me this information, and we work together as partners in our city to make it safe for everybody. And we're very concerned about the fire danger, so What 3 Words, it's a free application, and if you come across an encampment and you can safely do so, just hit the button on your phone and it'll have these 3 unique words we can share. So today up in the Outpost neighborhood, and within 5 minutes I received an email back from LAFD with a date that they would go out and inspect this area. So as slow as we get all sorts of different concerns, sometimes they're not police matters, but we'll do the best we can to help everybody out. That's it.
Thank you. Officer Reese?
Hi.
So, my name is Officer Gabe Ruiz. I am still the volunteer coordinator and the reserve coordinator for our reserve officers here in Hollywood. I've also, in the meantime, been the acting SLO for Adam 67, which is the area that Caesar Corona was in charge of when he retired. I retired in July. The biggest issues I've been dealing with lately is I've actually been helping out Senior Lead Officer Miko. She actually started spearheading a big project of homelessness with the criminal element on Hollywood, specifically between Gower and Bronson, right in front of the Salvation Army. The north side of Hollywood Boulevard is Senior Lead Officer Mika Gonzalez's area, and the south side of Hollywood Boulevard is actually my area. So, thanks to the Hollywood Partnership, and I can't say thank you enough to the Hollywood Partnership, we wouldn't have been able to address the problems at that area without her help, because as some of you may know, with many homeless encampments that pop up in Hollywood, they leave behind a lot of trash and bulky items. And so we have been doing heavy enforcement, progressive enforcement, education, and sometimes from time to time written enforcement for 4118 and 5611. Most notably within the last couple of weeks, we've made 2 serious arrests, one which was a stabbing suspect that occurred on Hollywood Boulevard right there, close to the Thai restaurant. Happened back in late February. Myself and Officer Mika Gonzalez located the suspect just 1 block away and arrested him for that stabbing. That same week, at that encampment, we also arrested a registered child molester who had not registered for his annual registration, and he's currently in custody as well. So, yes, the encampment is still there, but it's not as big and as heavy as it used to be, and we're gonna have to remain conducting the enforcement every single day. We can't stop. We're gonna keep going.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we've already gone over 2 of the upcoming events. The Immigration Symposium on April 16th will include the flyer on the recap, and then the April 30th CD13 candidate forum at LA City College. Our next CPAB meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, May 19th, right here, same back channel, 5 o'clock. If there's no other questions, comments, or items, yes?
Is there any upcoming coffee with a cop event coming up?
Yeah, we're trying to hold at least 2 a month. John was supposed to schedule one, but he had to move family emergency tonight. It's a little bit great thing. So that'll be the next one.
Yeah, as soon as we know, we'll include it, so, yeah. Yes,
And Immigration Symposium flyer will be sent out?
yes.
Okay, good. So we can let more organizations know.
Yes, please, many people who want to attend, it doesn't matter, just want to be there.
All right, well, thank you. Yes, sir.
Just wanted to briefly introduce myself. My name is Drake Morton. I'm the new area lead rep with Hollywood Hills West Neighborhood Council. I would like to say I'm great to be here. I'm a big supporter of LAPD. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for everything that you guys do each and every day.
Did you sign it? So I have your contact. All right.
Okay, hold on guys a minute. Pass out flyer. Hey, here you go. Let's have Officer White be the first one.
What is that?
Pick it up.
What is it?
This is for everybody.
Are you trying to plant something on me?
No, this is community warning about safe boarding and why why they had you go to Celebrity Center, etc. Just look at it. Why are you so afraid of it? Look at it.
I was just saying, you know what's happened with me with some of the...
I was there. I was outside of Wacoo Bell. I was outside of everything.
Some of the stuff that they've tried to drag me through, the things that weren't true. That's all. I just want to make sure it wasn't...
No, I don't do that stuff.
Thank you.
I don't do that. I'm only here to expose and dissolve Scientology.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. He like dropped it, like I was giving him something. Shut up. He's so paranoid. I'm literally giving it to everybody. I should just stand by the door. That's what I should do. I already gave it to the mayor's office. Thank you. Captain, can I give you this? This is, I made it myself. I was born and raised in the cult of Scientology, so this is just their infiltrating little front groups. And so people, the city sometimes has no idea that they're working with these programs. And this is an organization that some people clearly are on board that shouldn't be, but I just wanted to be known because we're literally in the middle of working on all this. So thank you. Thank you for being open to hearing.
Yeah, I'm open to everybody. That's everybody. When it comes to religious organization, whether it's Christian, Catholic, Scientology,
doesn't matter.
I give them all the same.
Exactly.
But it's nothing
Abuses
more,
are abuses.
Nothing more,
crime
nothing
is
less.
crime.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Love it. Thank you. And so this is what everybody here, I'm able to just give everybody something, and that's on my perfect. Thank you so much.
Captain, I'm gonna be sending an email. I'm gonna get the card for the.
Did you get this? Yeah? Okay, good. It's the city, it's how Scientology infiltrates the city and uses up their money. Janet Whelan happens to be a hardcore Scientologist.
That's what she said. They hate us. They
Hate us? I was born and raised in it. I was a child, born and raised in it. My mom and dad are in it right now, and she knows it. She comes to these meetings to see how they can infiltrate and get their fake programs of like drug programs or children or homelessness or the way it happens.
asking me for trainings.
And they don't. You do training? She was asking. What was she asking? What kind of training?
So she was saying that they just got certified, because I'm with public health. I'm a public health nurse with emergency preparedness for LFM.
Wow.
So that I do training. So she was asking about the trainings that I do. So
Okay, so I can't. I'm so glad I gave you this because one of the major things, other than my personal trauma and everything involved in it separately, Scientology, number one enemy is psychiatry.
Oh, yeah,
They don't
yeah.
believe in mental health.
I
So
know,
Scientology should have nothing to do with any sort of programs that help people that have mental health or are homeless.
yeah. I was
Anyways, a
very
lot longer,
surprised.
but you,
Oh, yeah,
you can,
yeah, yeah.
I did a QR code and everything in the back, so you can scan it, do a little deep dive, just so you'll know, like, maybe some of the health programs you might be using are one of their fake programs. So these, I have them in there in the logos, so you can see who they are. Thank you. That chick was sitting next to Janet Whelan. Hi, can I give you guys this? It's just a community flyer, just raising awareness about Scientology tactics. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for taking it. Oh my God, I already did. I gave her the first one and she winked at me and she said thank you.
I'm gonna get her card.
Oh, absolutely. You get the cards. I'm going to give this to the board because I told her, the president, that I was going to give her one. Yes.
But I wanna ask her what.
Yes, and I'm going to give them to everybody else. So.
It's so impressive. Please.
Okay, so, oh my God, this is so fun. I love doing this. Hi, can I give you this flyer I put together? It's just raising awareness about Scientology's like infiltrating tactics into Hollywood and the different like hidden groups that they use to cover up that it's them really doing it. It's not weird. I was born and raised in it. It's an abusive, blackmailing organization that has ruined my family's life and disconnected me from and I was born and raised as a child in it, so I had no childhood and I was a slave in the organization. And they have Scientologists on the PAP board, so I just want to be very clear about what's happening. Yeah, one is still coming.
But they haven't been coming like this.
Because we've been protesting them the last 3 years and finding out what they've been doing is just infiltrating the city. And so that's their backup. They'll give them money. I wrote a whole bunch about it, but I go to a bunch of the neighborhood council meetings. There's some people that are ex-Scientology kids that would possibly want to be joining some of the councils and they feel scared because they're like, no, they're just going to come after me, including myself. I would, I'd love to be part of maybe Northeast, but I live right there, right next to the Blue Building.
That one guy on Twitter, the LA police, whatever.
Film the police.
Yeah, he was at
Streets,
their
LA.
entryway for a while.
Yeah, he's still there.
I'm surprised they haven't made him disappear or something.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi, or hello. Hi, Dylan Kendall.
Hi, nice to meet you. Can I give you this? It's an awareness flyer of Scientology's manipulative infiltrating of the city. I was born and raised in it, so it's just a personal.
Well, I do a lot of advocacy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I don't know if you've part of me. Yeah.
And I gave her one.
May not have heard me.
Thank you.
Together?
Yeah, she's my advocate.
I don't live in, I live in CD2, but I do a lot of advocacy for,
Kids that were born and raised in it and who have parents that are stuck in it and disconnected. I'm declared SP, so I'm not allowed to. Yeah, I'm not allowed to speak to well, they're not allowed to speak to me. It's their policies, Scientology's policies. They also sadly had Karen Bass on their stage 10 years ago or whatever, Scientology. And so there's a whole reason that all that happened. It was to get certain approval from other people to have Karen look like that she's okay with Scientology. And when you're on their stage, it really was. She was okay with it. And I mean, we're putting in the paperwork to make it very clear that we want a meeting with Karen, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes. But because there's so much hurt from kids that saw her do the speech she did on, it's just unbelievable from an organization who has been literally on a daily basis harassing us and destroying our lives still, even though we were born and raised in it and had no other choice, including my father, who's walked up in the blue building and refuses to talk to me when I've seen him twice when I was protesting. Who else did I see coming out of the blue building? Janet Wheeler right after me. So it's like she's literally here so that I can control my emotional trauma. But it's really upsetting seeing Janet, knowing that she has arthritis and can't actually get actual help because they're so against psychiatry, so against mental health. Yet Karen went on the stage for whatever reason, and she has not come back and said that wasn't cool. I didn't know what it was, something. And here we are just struggling, and it would be very nice just to get 5 minutes for her to make up a choice or a mind of somebody who was born and raised in this, and we'll deal with this for the rest of their lives. So that's what we've been trying to. We've been trying.
All the time at City Hall. She's, she's come up to me and, they know me there. I'm there at City Hall a lot. I would love to get a free.
So we're working on it, but if there's any way you could expedite it, or we did. I did get that, and so I need to do that. Okay.
To request meeting.
Okay. If you happen to see that or hear about it. Okay. No, you're just coming in with as the representative. Okay. Well, thank you for taking the pamphlet and listening. Thank you.
I want to ask you, I want to get her card too. I need to get her card and then I want to talk to you. Good job.
Yeah. Wow, good job, guys.
Well, I need to ask you. The council needs to help you guys out.
I'm gonna give this to Janet can help you. Here, do you want to give them? Sure. Just so you have them, in case you're like, oh.
No, I would love to print some people.
I'm gonna fix the thing, and then T already fixed the apostrophe, that thing, and then I'll print more whenever I can. Whenever.
Did you give one to Foley?
Not yet. I'm gonna give them. I'm waiting for them to finish their conversation. Oh, may I please give this to you? It's just an awareness flyer of Scientology infiltration on a daily. Yeah, I was born and raised in it. My dad's in it. My whole family's in it. So, okay, good. Thank you.
All right, thank you again. Thank you. We will step by step.
Can I give you this flyer? It's a community awareness flyer for Scientology infiltration.
What?
For further, are you part of Scientology?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know about Scientology.
Okay, so this
I'm in the film industry. I know all about Scientology.
Right. Okay, good.
That was L. Ron Hubbard.
Right. So this is a flyer that has all the current front groups that are hidden in the city, and so Janet Whelan, for example, is a hardcore Scientologist here, infiltrating, getting information.
He was into science and what have you.
No, he wasn't.
He wrote those books.
No, he was. I was born and raised in it. My whole family's in it. I'm excommunicated, but I literally made this myself, so you could maybe just take a look at it and see if anything sort of registers in here for you. That's it.
I came back Scientology.
No, that's what I mean. I'm protesting Scientology.
They were
I go
living
against
they were
them.
living in the, what's the names of the
Yes.
like soldiers.
RPF, the C organization. Janet Whelan is in the C organization. I signed a billion-year contract. Janet Whelan, next to you, that was sitting next to you, signed a billion-year contract. So I'm exposing it, and I'm finding it out. The last 3 years, we're finding out they've been infiltrating the city. How are they doing it? By people being on the CPAB.
Hollywood Boulevard.
A lot of it. Oh, a lot of it. They plan on taking over their camera system or something like that. Yeah, they're a blackmailing organization. Good, I'm glad. I was a little worried that you were friends with I just didn't want to be rude. But yeah, well, now you know. But yes, we definitely protest Scientology, for sure. We're making it very well known and exposed. They infiltrated the last Faith in Blue event, and we were not okay with that. So now we're exposing it all. And Janet was number one a part of that. That's why she's like, oh, we can help you. I literally looked at her when you had all those issues, and I was like, Janet, why don't you help her? Doesn't Scientology help everybody? Yeah, you sat right next to her. So anyways, it's not about her. It's about taking down and exposing the crimes and abuses of Scientology. All the stuff. Yep, they're doing all of it. Witchcraft, blackmail, all of it.
Blackmail a lot.
Oh, oops, sorry.
We're talking about. Wasn't Tom Cruise backing him up?
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's awful too.
He's disgusting. He's the leader's quote best friend. Yeah. May I also give you this? I'm exposing Scientology's infiltration of the city and how they did it, and just have the front groups of the current front groups that they are using to not say they're Scientology, and they don't believe in psychiatry or mental health. So all they're doing is trying to get people into their volunteer programs and manipulate it. I was born and raised in it, and my whole childhood was just destroyed by them, and so my parents are still in it. Janet Whelan, who's on the board here, she is an actual indentured servant, just like my father, getting paid $47 a week, working 24/7. And so we've been finding out the last 3 years how they really infiltrated the city, and part of that is having people, indentured servant Sea organization members on the board and on CPAB, the neighborhood councils, all of it. So now we're like, this is how they infiltrated the Faith in Blue event that we went to. They tried to kick us out. We were like, what are you doing? Thank you. So yeah, thank you. And Lara Anderson, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Oops. She told, did you hear that? Janet told the lady that was sitting next to her, on not the lady that first left, that was sitting next to her. She said, oh, they hate me. I said, that's not true. That's just what she wants you to believe. Exactly. No, but can I give you this? Sure. I've been giving it to everybody. So I was born and raised in this. You know this. I was protesting outside of Lawful. I had nothing to do with the other garbage going on, but Scientology definitely and Lawful are very intertwined and have been. And that could go down a long road. But for example, when you were protesting the Danny Masterson thing and all that, they had cameras. Scientology has cameras on Lawful. There's evidence of Danny and his victims coming out of it.
100%. That is as bad as it got. It died down, and now it's finally. I don't know if he was involved. Yeah, he is.
That was Heather Mata.
Like I said, it went on. Yeah, it's probably when it's all.
And hold on, I want to get. Oh, I think I used. Oh my God, I gave them all away. Oh, I have one more in my book. I'm gonna give this one to the head. I don't want to get her card. I'm gonna wait for her. Because I already did a quick talk with her last time when I was in here, so she already knows what it's about, and so this flyer will be perfect. I'll be like, hi, I made the flyer.
I appreciate that. My actual real life.
Wow, I just handed out 22 flyers. I wish I had more so I can give it to, but I gave, oh, what is this? No, it's not. Yeah, I only have one left, guys. One shiny one, and I'm giving it to the president. She's just talking right now. I gave Heather Mata one, so they can easily, I think this is the guy that organizes the Faith and Blue event. So I think now Heather Mata is telling him about it. So Janet, I know you're watching. They all know about you.
And anyone has a right to defend it, I stand up for that's my legislation. But they are calling the police and creating lines, saying that things are happening at the park.
Yes, that's unfortunate. So I will say this too. This is 100%. We don't like calls bogus. It doesn't matter because it causes trouble for us.
No, I got it.
Everybody
Oh,
at risk. You know, when you're getting to it, when
It's taking it away, assets away from rules,
exactly.
from people that don't pay taxes.
It's a total distraction. So the biggest challenge, the same thing, just like the one of me, like it's really easy these days to spoof calls, spoof numbers.
No, they're
Oh,
calling
so you're saying they're calling and saying,
yeah, this is Scientology. We have people here who are, and they're exaggerating what they're doing.
I got you. So not that. So it's maybe not
That's,
swatting. It's not swatting, but they're.
Mr. Brian White, it has always been like that. It has always been like that with Scientology for years, calling in fake calls and over-exaggerating anything.
I'm talking the difference between the squatting and they don't know who it is.
Right.
Like they are calling in as Scientology.
We did have swatting going on there too.
Yeah,
Like I think the swatting was disruptive.
Right.
Well, who knows what it was disruptive.
Scientology,
I mean that's the thing. It could be. Those
could be other people. The thing is, but no, they are calling it, hi, this is Scientology, these people are here, they're committing to that vandalism, they have their posts and they did it all.
YouTube keeps trying to kick me out.
Calling us out for an actual crime that
All right, we're back.
That doesn't help anything. So I'm happy to explain that. Re-explain that to them.
They're doing the Hollywood partnership too, so they're going to educate them. And they're very nice. I mean, what's her name?
Kathleen, yes,
Kathleen, very nice.
And they're trying. I feel like they're probably like us. You try to remain neutral. Like we try to respect. Well, we have to. Like we don't.
Okay, tell me that when you're like FC9 and all these victims are saying we've been
okay. You can 100%. You can 100% have a conversation.
Yeah, this is an interesting conversation.
As far as the things like where you have
Yeah.
the building there and the protesters there, we have to remain neutral between those.
Okay, but they know that talking is not fine.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Or
explain
putting
that.
her poster, okay, maybe she can't do it against their wall, given, but it's still not a crime.
Right, and I'm 100%, like, I don't, if they're calling unreasonably, like, that needs to
To
be.
you and to Hollywood Partnership, sending their people out to try to chase the protester away.
Has the officers' response been,
Very,
have they been neutral and fair?
yes, they have been.
Slightly. For example, why I was pissed when you didn't fucking grab this is when I was there, when I was there chalking last week in front of the thing, I'm a rocker and I'm gonna be loud and I'm gonna be sweet and blunt at the same time. When I was there chalking, they called in the fake thing, so two officers came, then the supervisor came. The supervisor was sitting there, literally, you know us, we're filming and annoyed.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, good to meet you.
And I have one more question after you.
Yes.
Literally having the sergeant talk for hours, and you could see he's just annoyed. That's not fair. Now, then the other partners, the two original officers, one went in with the sergeant, supervisor, did the thing. He comes out with a paper. What's the paper? I said, what's the paper? Folds it and hides it. The other person who refused, he said he shouldn't have grabbed that. And I said, well, then you should take mine now. No, I said, then you should be able to take this. That is what is not fair. You're immediately assuming the person protesting, literally trying to expose what they're doing, and then you're grabbing whatever paper that has my face or her face saying some fucking garbage. I wasn't there, but yeah. And it's not okay, ever. It's never okay. Yeah, they put her in their Freedom magazine as the bigot last month.
But I am in their magazine. They are still.
I want to give her this and get her cut. Hello, Mr. I remember last time I said I would make a little pamphlet. I messed that up. I'm so sorry. But I did make a pamphlet, and it just has all the hidden front groups of Scientology and how they're infiltrating and how they take the city and pretend they're not Scientology. But these are the logos. The Way to Happiness Foundation, the Narcanon one you might know well is the Volunteer Ministers, CCHR. There's two different types of Narcanon. Applied Scholastics, Delphi. There's just a bunch. Help. And then the people, of course, that I was talking about putting money into the Hollywood Parade is Galaxy Press, Author Services, and Bridge Publications, who are all indentured servants running these organizations, like my father and my mother. So they're in it still. Yeah, my dad's trapped at the Blue Building, and I protested many times there, and I saw him twice the last 3 years, and he walked away from me. Like, I was screaming, Dad, and he wouldn't even look at me. So we're doing it step by step.
So separate but related?
Okay. Yeah.
I've heard that Nicole Kidman goes to the Oscars every year, so Tom Cruise can't go.
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm sure Nicole would never even admit to that if she was. But maybe she was. But I have a lot of appreciation for but I love that. I can guarantee you that's like 90% true. Yeah. Just the same with good catch. I wanted to have let me can I take that one? I want to give it to the blue. Can I give you that? I know we had a little disagreement went on the last Faith in Blue event about Scientology infiltrating the event. This is the pamphlet that I made, so you can see what different groups they use to pretend that they're not Scientology, but they are hiding behind these infiltrated groups that are literally run by indentured servants who get paid $47 a week, like my dad, literally at the Blue Building, who were there at the event, at the last Faith in Blue event. The video you guys showed, all of that was all edited and done by Scientology, ran and infiltrated by Janet Willen, who sits here getting all the dates. Oh, what's the next thing? What's the next thing?
Second video I did, that was
right.
No infiltration.
It doesn't matter. But where did you get some of your footage? I'm just saying, I was a child in this. I was a literally child in this doing this. So at 14, doing the PR campaigns, doing the videos, my mom is stuck in a prison camp at Gold Base in Hemet, where they use all of this footage in their internal, like Janet, in their internal events to promote how great they are. They make up a whole thing to their internal members that they think they're doing so much to help the world and save the world when they're not. They're just using the city to make it look like they're so much bigger than they are, and they're not. They don't believe in mental health care. They don't believe in. They think that homeless people are degraded beings and degraded spirits, degraded, and that they're like the shit of the earth. So why they should have nothing to do with homeless programs. They should have nothing to do with mental health or care. They're against psychiatry. Their number one enemy is psychiatry. Whew, I could go on a roll.
Yeah, what's your name?
Lara. I'm also a rocker, a singer, and all this shit, so I come off very strong, but I'm also on a mission. My whole family was destroyed by this, and my dad is stuck there at the Blue Building. Janet Whelan knows my father.
Oh,
so,
this one here on the
yes, right here. And he's seen me twice now, and he just goes back inside running like a fucking scared prisoner. It's really, and I live stream everything when I protest for my own security now and to show the evidence of what happened.
Yeah, No,
And same with here at the meetings, you
Should
know?
I disagree with you on something?
No, I
Oh.
didn't know if Janet was feeding your ear with whatever, and.
I know Janet from
Right.
these community meetings.
And there's a reason she's being forced to be here. She has to write and get all the information. Who's the next person coming in? Who can we give our parking lot to have their event there? So it makes it look like Scientology is so needed in the community when they're literally a blackmailing corporation that destroyed children's lives and still doing it on a daily basis.
My role here is literally one with the Business Improvement District on the south end and the Security and Safety Coordinator. But at the same time, this is my team. I'm here for LAPD and the Community Relations Office, and then I do the videos for this office.
Okay, that's good to know that you don't have like, I don't know, I just have to be hyper aware of everything, and I just like assumed almost like, is this the guy that like is getting it in for Janet? Like, or do you actually have a job and you're here? And so I was like, oh, he actually is part of the city here. But yeah, we've had, years ago, Heather Mata was, given some bullshit and is a part of shit when we were protesting a restaurant across from Celebrity Center, La Poubelle. And it's just like, don't assume shit. Like, no. We're coming to break up what you guys have normalized. Officer White was jamming with them at their Celebrity Center. It's like, good. You're going to be exposed if you're going to keep doing this. There's no reason to be doing this. This is just helping Scientology look better than they are. They're not. They're an evil corporation hiding behind a religious sect and destroying families and people's religions and lives. They just take all that away. Anyways, I can go on a roll.
It's all right. I get it.
Sorry.
I stay away from
But I'm glad that you're a good man and that.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah. Okay, good. What was your name?
Ethan.
Ethan. Okay, Lara. My band is Lara FM, like FM radio. Yeah, I'm like 80s, 90s style, chill vibe.
What do you post like the videos that you guys do? Is that just on your Instagram?
YouTube, yeah. Everybody,
Under Lara.
you can see, yeah.
Oh, you're streaming now.
Yeah.
Hello.
He is not a Scientologist, guys. But anyway, so it's just for our own safeties, but also to people watching are like, oh, you can send this person, this is who you would report this to. There's so much help in the community. And also like just people here that are really awesome. And people on the live will be like, oh, okay, I can email that person about whatever. It just makes things more transparent.
Gotta have transparency.
Right, which is not what Janet is. She's literally, if she could be transparent, right now just 59.
Wow, I can't even get that many.
Oh, really? Well, it's more for documentation, but also like I'll go back and hear different dates when certain things are happening, so I know, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna make sure this is not happening. But yeah, that's my thing. Other than that, I'm healing, doing art, music, and exposing Scientology.
Maybe I have to watch the vending machines.
Yeah, well, they need to see your cute face instead. I try not to be too intrusive.
I hear you.
Try to make it more like people are listening, they're like watching it as it is. Yeah.
All right, well, pleasure to
Cool,
fish
thank you
into
so
Lara
much.
FM.
Thank you, Ethan. Awesome.
But try to get them the talking is not only it's not spray paint, it's not.
Yeah, I will,
Yes, I'm with you.
I don't know if you believe this or not, it's not like I go there and have conversations every day. Never been inside that building, I don't.
Let me tell you one last little pinch. When they promote you guys just on a stage, casually doing whatever, they use that for 10 years. When Karen Bass went on the stage, they still use that. Karen Bass is trying to separate herself from that.
We had Scientology Celebrity Center people on our neighborhood council.
Yes, you do. You still do?
No, we don't.
Okay, not anymore? Okay, there you go.
Event that we had,
Because it's not fair.
Our emergency prep, every event that we had, they would take our publications and put it as stuff like that, to the point where we had to get done to be like, you can't.
Do this. It's infiltration. You're taking over a city and they do nothing for the city.
I think the point that.
So I'm just letting you know. When I see, you should tell them to stop using that picture of you.
So let's say this. As you guys brought it up, not all the stuff was.
I mean, they don't do it as Scientology.
No, she does it
It's enough of a problem that doesn't happen anymore.
Right, and we made it a problem. White, we literally made it a problem. You would have kept doing this.
I'm not gonna call it a problem.
I'm not saying that you knew, I'm just saying, there's a reason they do this. There's a reason they have you up there jamming out with them.
Come to a point where.
Same with
like,
Tim Tallhan, like all that.
It's not worth causing the problem.
Exactly, or for you. Exactly. Thank you for yeah. That's good that's good to know for my own. I was born and raised in this.
March 2021, they stole state property, so that wall that's behind them is the Caltrans wall.
Good to know.
I've been
I'll be
fighting
on
with
that.
Caltrans.
Good, I'll help you. I do that every day.
Because neighbor
It's the
council,
rest of my
they
life.
can't touch it, but they had originally put our neighbor council on there as a sponsor and all this stuff, and I've written Caltrans going, because there's something called transportation art. It's a very specific process you have to go through.
Okay.
The city has to.
Do you have a card?
The
Can I please have it?
The
Thank
city has to
you.
be the ones to do it all and all this stuff, and I was like, they didn't get permission from the state.
And they didn't, you know what else they didn't get permission for? Ripping up the asphalt on L. Ron Hubbard Way. Not only ripping up and making it bricks, but then changing, no, they don't. They changed the name. No, they do not. Oh, no, we have figured this out in the city.
Because they own the sidewalk.
The kids that, like me, were born and raised, put all those bricks. We did all that. They removed, then they said, oh, we can't have the neighbors park on our street. Why? Because their oil drips and ruins the bricks. That's the whole reason they put the bricks. So now they rip out all the parking meters and why?
Is that Kaiser rents property for Scientology, and they do all their things in front of the psychology building.
Yep.
And I had to report them.
But even them, they're separating from them
I had
because,
to report them because according to attachment F, you're not allowed to do distribution within a certain distance.
well, there you go. Wow, I'm gonna email you, please. Thank you. So badass. Thank you, Brandy.
Not this NC. You need to email me under the link email.
Okay, here, let me give you a pen.
You're the trying to go to your meetings for the longest, but they weren't having.
Being busier.
Well, they started.
But again, we're,
Summer of 2023.
unlike most places, this stuff happens.
Still in the fire station?
Kind of
We are
built
right
in.
now.
So obviously we'll have to be.
Okay, I'd like to go to
Our
your.
units will be
Guys.
notified. I don't think you guys.
Where's my
special
pen?
new way of doing things. This is what we do. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, did you have a pen? That, I threw mine in here, but now I can't find it.
Hard because she said she left them.
Oh, I think I got some. Yeah, I put them in the office.
Okay. I can't remember where we were.
It'll be a fun since humanity.
Anyway, as I was saying, obviously those are big. And like, those are
Do
big.
you want this as well?
Just
This is, I don't know if you need it, I feel like you know. Okay, and these are all their infiltrated front groups that
I
they,
mean, when they were doing homeless stuff, we were concerned because they were using it to pop prostitutes.
yeah, and they're against psychiatry, they're against mental health, they literally think the homeless people, like, they call them bumps, they say that they're degraded beings.
So you should talk to Carrie Morrison, because Carrie Morrison did a documentary where one of the most dangerous homeless people, she has something called the Trieste model, it's based on the World Health Organization, where they got rid of, they dumped one of their Sea Org people who was kind of born into it because he became physically disabled, and he became one of the most dangerous homeless people.
Serge?
Before. So she has a whole documentary about that.
Serge Oblinsky. Yeah, he's that's so awesome. I probably probably know them
But
better.
also, like, when we had them on our board, they weren't allowed to actually be on a computer without a watcher, so they weren't really effective, like they shouldn't.
Right, it was like, what are you gonna do? Right.
But no, they left like 2024.
Here. Thank you. I'm gonna email you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thanks.
Very low. Because they're not, what they're recruiting from overseas, that's where they're using the R1 system. So they're getting them now from Taiwan, okay, and then they're also playing, but you know that, like, our race rates, they don't grade them, and, you know, and that could be a rescue mission, because they hold all their documents, but they don't go to the big blue.
Yeah.
There's all the places with the R1, yeah.
And this is where, like,
So as a child in this, I didn't even know really why I needed my passport or any of that. I didn't understand, and internal members don't understand that they have actual outside legal rights. They are not allowed, they have policies, they're not allowed to report any crime or a Scientologist of any matter to the outside authorities, police, judges, anything. That's literally policy by L. Ron Hubbard.
You know Danny Masterson?
Yeah, he definitely knows about it.
He's a Scientologist in good standing, they're trying to get him out,
but the 3 victims that he raped are now they're considered treasonous, they're kicked out of Scientology, and they're going after them because they reported rape. So you're not allowed to report any crime against a Scientologist.
And they don't even call it rape. So it kind of, makes it reasonable. Like, oh, when you get
Or they blame
raped,
the victims.
it's the responsibility of the person who got raped. What did you do to pull it in?
Yes.
And
And they
so
believe that
they
children
feel like,
should be
oh, what did
okay.
I do to pull it in? And so it never gets, and it was, oh, well, therefore it's not rape because I caused it to happen.
Yeah.
And so they just use different language. They literally create their own language so that you're reasonable about the laws that actually exist, that they violate on a daily basis because they infiltrated and got their fake fucking religious status that they are now using to not allow police to go in when they do hear these crimes.
I'm gonna admit something to you. I don't want anyone else.
Do you want me to mute?
Oh.
I think there's something to recognize here where, and this is where some things the police are not like built, they're just, the police system is not built to handle. Like it's not built to be effective. And these are the situations where they become apparent, you know what I mean? Like when you have both these sides kind of, I'm trying to say this because on their side, I think we're not doing what they want. And I think on your side,
But they're not raping.
No, just hear me out.
Yeah,
So on your side, we're not getting to how you feel like we should do it. And that's why I'm saying like our system isn't great at handling this. There are obviously, especially like at a local PD level, it's hard. Like those kind of big, you're talking about a big agency that's multiple states and multiple countries and things like that.
But what about the children?
Hang on. So this is what I'm saying. Like. And that's the thing, because I hate people getting victimized. People. So, and it's not the first. Like I said, I was a human child. Like we did ours is all like sex based. Street prostitution, where we know like 90%, 80% of it is there's a pimp involved and there's force or coercion that's causing it.
Most of them are victims.
And there again, 90% of them are victims. Yet when we would go out there and you're doing enforcement. The things there's certain things that have to come to, like they have to talk, there has to be cooperation, there has to be all this stuff to get an actual good. So there's plenty of times where it's like, I know what's going on here with this individual. I know they're a victim. I know who the person is, but there's what I know, what I think, and then what I can prove are oftentimes 3 different things.
I get that, but like we're screaming, but it kills me to have this person here because they're part of the cover up. They're part of it.
And she thinks, you know what she told the person next to her? I just asked, I said, when I gave the girl, I said, oh, I'm not giving it to Janet, so I just put it next to the person next to her, and then I went on it, Janet got up and left, and then the girl, I said, oh, did you get your thing? And she folded the one I gave her, because Janet took it and took it with her, and said, she hates us.
I don't hate Janet.
I'm like, no, that's actually, and she wants the world to think that because she's programmed and trained to do that.
But I don't want her here representing Scientology who abuses everyone, and she's here representing them. She's not here as herself.
So I think
she's
something to be aware. One thing I think you could also make this argument: CPAB, Community Police Advisory Board, isn't quite exactly maybe what it was intended to be. Like there isn't a board there. There isn't actual policy being voted. There's no subcommittees. There's no nice things. It's for the most part, it's It's a mini town hall.
But it gives them too much access and favoritism, because it's getting better with the new chief, I have to say it, it's getting better with the new chief. He's mixed people around.
And I think.
But it's getting better because we go every meeting to the police.
And it's not just police, we go to the cities so that they stop giving them the permits and all that. We're doing it all, but.
So this is where, again, you guys are pointing out very well, articulately, where the police, the government, the system isn't very good at being intervening in this problem. You're identifying that very well. Again, they would almost probably have the same thing about some things.
I mean, actually, they get a lot of favoritism.
And maybe they do, but from protest wise, like, again, I was on the other side of the protest where we're being told you're not doing enough, you're not doing it. So.
You weren't though, and now you are.
Hang on.
But the protest people, they have to, they're being protesters for a reason.
Well, and hang on, well, at the same time, we try to be very respectful of people's right to protest. And so, again, we're in this middle, we're maybe not doing great on either side, because we aren't a good function for that. And where does that leave us? How to make a difference in this? It probably comes down to what kind of information people are able to get out there on their own. So,
like what we're doing.
So all I'm saying is, for as much as any agency, or I'm sorry, any entity wants us to kind of on their behalf, which I can appreciate, and there's some that absolutely, there can be support, there can be beliefs, but more and more so it's turning, and government has to stay into this neutral spot where it becomes maybe ineffective or whatever.
But they have to enforce the law, they
And-
have to
Correct.
protect children.
Right,
Well,
and that's fine, but, and it also, it seems unfair though, when and I'm not trying to fucking beat a dead horse at all. What I'm saying, we're trying to be fair, it's unfair when we see pictures in Scientology magazines and advertisements with police officers at Celebrity Center.
And
Why?
with lying on us.
But what I'm saying, so that holds over, like, it's part of the trauma. It's part of the police department owning up and saying, okay, we're
not wanting to be part of the problem for anybody.
Right.
So then.
We're not harming any
So
person.
then it's-
No, we're not. We're just.
There's certain things that if that's not helping the situation, it's not necessary. It's not a necessary function of the job. What could have seemed like, oh, this is community engagement, realizing, okay, it's causing a problem. Okay, well, we can pull that part back.
It's hurting a lot of victims.
So we can pull that part back.
Please, I'm begging you to, because I am an advocate for the victims. Having been a victim, I really share the pain with them, because it's like a lot of people are victimized, but they are victimized, they went through the same crimes, but they have the structure that is not, that is allowing it to continue and supporting the abuse and stuff. So the whole system is really messed up. I'm talking about the Scientology system. And so it kills, like, a part of me dies, like, every time I see the picture, I know, I don't believe that you're a Scientologist.
I'm not.
I don't believe you are, and I don't believe that it was your intention. I believe your intention, and I'm just being honest, people can call me a bootlegger about what they want, but I believe your intention was to do the community policing, like you said, right? But I am telling you, from my heart of hearts, that seeing that picture, it kills me a little bit on the inside, it hurts, because
It's hard to get over. It's hard to get over. And so this is helping.
That would be the greatest news ever.
Can I give you this, please? I made it just good. Well, good, because I want people to be more aware of it. I mean, I was born and raised in it. My dad's in it, and I'm separated from them all, and this is how they do it. They have, volunteer ministers. They have author services and Galaxy Press paying for the whole Hollywood parade. There's certain things that they do the whole Winter Wonderland shit, and it's all to infiltrate and to get people into Scientology. Well,
I tried my damnedest. It is not working though.
Why do you want it shut down?
I think for us it's a crappy it's a holiday weekend, and we want to spend time with our families, not sit on the Hollywood Boulevard.
For what?
The Hollywood parade.
No,
we want to shut down.
Yeah, we want to shut down too. How do they have a huge ass float of a pirate that has the Galaxy Press? This is how they do it, you see. What does a pirate have anything to do with a Christmas parade? When Scientology literally belittles all religions, they think that they just don't have the right answers. And so they just infiltrate religion, the parade, by money, by donations, by getting pictures, by having White go jam with them at the Celebrity Center. He's probably fucking wish he never did it now. But still, now we've finally been able to talk to him and, no, but it's been 3 years. No, he won't. Yeah, he better not. I know, he just said it. He's like, no, and I'm not a Scientologist.
He won't go back.
Because it's a reflection of children's trauma that still are getting attacked. I'm getting so attacked by Scientology right now because we've been going hard the last 3 years exposing. I just turned 40. I've never been able to speak to my parents about all this. Like, yeah, they're hardcore. My dad, I've seen him twice when I've been protesting the last 3 years and screaming his name, and he won't fucking, he's like, goes inside. Yeah, I was like, Dad, and he pushing a dish cart. I fucking broke down. And so that was 3 years ago at the Shrine Auditorium where they closed off a sidewalk that they shouldn't have had closed. And the police lied and said, oh, they showed me a permit. The permit said, no, they didn't have any permit. So now now every year since then, since I saw my dad, it went viral online. And they've been now closing off the whole street and the sidewalk and filling it up with all these fences with cloth, green cloth, so you can't look through, can't see anything. Why? Why is the city allowing these permits? So we've been going to city meetings, going to Public Works, telling them what they're using these permits for.
The council officers do best, but they're the one that grant those permits.
Yeah, so we've been doing it all. No, we've been going to Public Works, city, we go to, we've been doing as much as we can. I'm also just,
I always have to stay neutral.
yeah, that's every cop just keeps saying that. But abuse and crime is crime and abuse. It has nothing, for me, even if I hate Scientology, which I do, but that's my own personal choice, that's fine.
Hey, you're not telling me I have to hate Scientology.
Right. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is that they get away, if they're using their religious status to hide crime and pedophilia and rape, and then calling rape something else, calling it out 2D, and changing the language, and then not letting the internal members even know what their rights are, what their legal rights on working and all of that. They work 24/7, and they get $47 a week.
So take some.
Janet Whelan.
I don't know what they pay, but I do.
That is $47 a week. My dad, that's what we got paid. That's what I got paid when I was 16 years old in Clearwater. I was an executive. Let me tell you, this isn't just coming out my whiny mouth.
You had that phone call that you
But it's the,
that meeting phone call.
no, I didn't know your dad was in there.
That was a good one. That was a good way to break up the conversation.
I didn't know your dad was in there, though.
Oh, no, I'm just saying either way. I'm just letting you know I see everything.
But no, I didn't know your dad was in there.
My mom and dad. My mom is pretty much the instigator.
Well, the fact that
She does all the
He's still in
internal.
Hollywood, right?
My dad is, yeah. My mother is up at Hemet, or down in Hemet.
They don't even live together?
They got divorced because the leader fucking made them go to divorce because they sent my dad to the Blue Building to be on the RPF for 8 years, not allowed to talk to my mom. My whole family's in it. We knew nothing else but this. We were literally drained as children, slaved as children. And they're backing this shit up.
There's some weird, there's some gray areas where you can't, again, where law enforcement isn't able, it's not built. It's not built to handle that kind of a situation.
I understand. I guess I sort of understand that. But at the same time, when the LAPD in any department is called from Scientology on fake calls, they need to be extremely aware of this. If they go there and they see protesters outside chalking and it's like, and I know they are now getting aware of it. I am. And that's the only reason I'm even having this conversation with him.
How do we usually, when we come out, is it usually go okay?
Like, it's illegal to do that. You're making false reports. Why are they not getting charged?
That gets subjective too.
Why aren't they charged?
Well, it's subjective. It's one thing if you call.
The swatting, all that.
Because I want to use a bullhorn because they put me in their magazine.
I think we already talked about how that's subjective too.
Yeah.
But I want to know
Let's
what
get
I'm
the thing with the false claims. If it's one thing to say, if they call say, hey, there's a suspicious package, and they don't know anything about it, is that true? Yes. Do they?
I know that. I'm not stupid. I'm saying over the last 3 years, there have been an uproar of fake fucking calls. I'm their target. Literally, yeah, I'm the package. Beware, warning. This is why I wear these bright colors. When you get excommunicated, they print it on this color. They call you a suppressive person, and so that's why.
What we think, what we know, what we can prove. Are always
Okay, but
different
after
things.
3 years of you seeing us do this, I think our thing is valid here, saying, hey, there's been multiple patterns over the last 3 years. It should be talked about. The fire department and the police, they've called the fire department, like, it's just, so they don't pay taxes, they don't do anything, they infiltrate the city, and then they donate to you to make sure you keep fucking doing it.
I don't know who they donate to. and
They pay for the whole Hollywood parade, look at it, it literally says Galaxy, Winter Wonderland, but the police are right in there doing the, it's infiltration of the city. And it's not just that, I'll name some other things.
I'm on regular duty and I ain't no.
They donate to the LAPD and they just put it in hidden names so that it doesn't come directly from Scientology. Otherwise, people will be so suspicious about that.
I was gonna say.
I know. I'm talking to I'm talking to the chief. We're gonna eventually have a meeting with him, and he'll be all.
Well, I don't give a
yeah.
crap.
But
Yes,
thank you for giving us the meeting with the two, from the Faith and Blue nightmare.
Yeah.
That was such, both of those meetings were so amazing.
Yeah,
They were totally on it.
complete.
We were
Yeah.
like- They're like, we're friends now. I'm like, so I was really appreciative with both of them.
I will, as long as the LAPD is involved, I'll make this promise with you. I will never exclude you guys from anything that open to the public.
Right.
Ever.
Right. Because that would be
And never-
illegal.
and never
Because
put
if
anything on their property.
somebody's on.
Even if it's on private property, I don't care.
I don't have.
No, we don't go on their property because they
We're not gonna
literally
have anything
antagonize
there.
us with
We're not
that.
gonna have we don't have anything on any Scientology property.
Yeah.
Or any other
North
church property.
Hollywood does, and that's my own area. So I need to go get like really tough there.
We need to get up on North Hollywood now.
But you
Anyways.
guys are always welcome to our stuff, and I hope you guys, even Scientology's
I
there.
advocate here, so that's why this is my
Yeah,
home
you
too.
guys are all welcome to, like, we're having that.
Yeah,
night
and
out.
this has
I
been
hope you guys come
70,
out.
yeah, I know, we got those dates. We also see Janet writing all the dates, it's just like, oh my God, stop, Janet, relax.
But our next big thing, Scientology will be there, I'm sure. But first week
Cool.
of August, please come.
As long as we don't get kicked out, it would be great.
Please come. If I'm there, you guys
Thank
are
you,
welcome.
I'm glad, thank you.
If any of us.
We have been
you guys are welcome.
personally invited.
Not get married. Like this stuff like that, I don't want to see. Like I get disgusted when I see James Richardson emceeing something. He married a child, and they instead of
Yeah, that
marrying
was
here where they had to go
disgusting.
through a process legally to
James
see
is
if
the
it's
guy
a fit
who was
child.
emceeing
Then,
the- yeah.
no, they snuck him to Vegas, which didn't have those protections. So he could, that's how they cover up sex abuse.
Vegas doesn't have.
They didn't have back then. Now they do, but back then they did
That's what
not
they were
have it.
doing. And
So
they
he
did that
was
to multiple
able
people.
Marry a 16-year-old girl, and and they married, I think as young as 14-year-old girls.
Yeah,
There's a child
and that's
bride
why
case
they
in the
are
court
huge in Clearwater, because you can get married at 16 in Clearwater, or the legal age or whatever is
see that
16.
guy, because that's why I want to join the religious clergy. I became a freaking reverend so I can join your religious clergy. Yeah, I'm offended.
She's serious. I'm like, there's no comment, I'm like, she's serious.
There's nothing that you two tell me that I don't
I was part of CPAB.
that you two are doing. I know you guys are gonna do
And that's why I always, I'm like, why would any police officer resent or resist what we're saying? It's just like, just listen. Most of us are just hurt and have been abused by this organization, so why? Yeah, it's always people who are deeply involved, like Janet, who's like, oh, and it's like, you can't tell us we can't be here.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about Scientology. I was never in the.
Well, you're gonna learn.
But I was never in the church. I didn't experience it. I don't know anything about it.
And I know everything about it.
You know everything.
So we'll do a balance.
I'm Catholic. You want to ask me a Catholic question?
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Catholic Church has its own issues at the same fucking time.
For sure, but
I
people,
hope
anybody can go to a Catholic church, so they're not gonna get kicked out.
No, absolutely don't. There's nothing shady of mine.
Right, and she's also religious, she's Christian.
But I hope you guys feel like me and White will always listen.
I do, I feel much better now, I've literally been holding an unhappy thought of this person for a while because of, yeah, but I'm sometimes, and that's why I'm also healing myself, I have to learn to not hold grudges too long. Too long, I can still hold them for a little, and then I can let it go.
Sometimes protests can be productive, but sometimes they can build barriers between the police and the protesters too.
Trust me, this was my first time ever protesting Scientology, and we're all learning, There are some people that protest that I disagree with how they protest. And so I'm like, ugh. But my message is to expose Scientology. I'm not going to be a part of that. I won't even put them around me. I'm literally doing other shit. So if I don't like it, I don't sit there and go, I don't like this. I can't. I'm sure people don't like how I protest sometimes. I'm loud or whatever. Not everybody likes me. But I'm just saying. So I'm not going to judge other people. But protesting is protesting. And why is Scientology so worried about people protesting them?
Nobody wants to be protesting.
The police don't, I understand, but the police don't go up their knickers and start harassing people that are protesting the police.
No, we're used to it, I guess.
Yeah, you're used to it as part of your job to just fucking take it in.
But the thing is, nobody wants to
We're
be
gonna go on a
protested.
roll. We can
They're all
literally
gonna
be-
fight it, because nobody wants to be protested. That's just natural human reaction. I'm not making
For
excuses.
sure, but when there's all of these allegations and every single one, they just come out and say, false, not true, that's false. Like, Why have you not sued any of us then?
Yeah, they
There's
have
a
not
reason.
sued one person. I'm in there. they
And
put
all
me
these
there,
cases, when you arrested everybody, they're all being dropped.
Arrested.
No, I'm saying when you in the police, at the time of La Pupa, when there was all these, they were all dropped. They were all these things were dropped. One is in the middle of going. I have totally separated from him, but it's still in the works. Like, it's not like anybody's been convicted. You know what I mean? So it's just bullshit. And it comes from Coster, who's very much intertwined in the fire department and all that. Yeah, she is. Her freaking dog is the mascot of the fire department. There's little things that infiltrate.
Well,
So I grew up
and nobody knew this.
Why don't we get the camera footage from Scientology building on La Poubelle, where they literally had Danny Masterson victim recorded on camera?
Like, it feels like that.
There's a lot there, you realize. Like, there's a ton there.
We can talk about this forever. It's just, it's stacking up.
We're not biased.
And I hope you realize
We
from
try to-
our
we do our
standpoint,
best
those
to
are
treat everybody the
businesses
same, regardless
that,
of who they are.
and I used to be the
Because I
slow of
can't-
that
I
area.
have to
Which
be
is
on
why
the-
we were protesting. Why does a restaurant support rape?
So I'm trying to give you another side to it.
I don't feel she should be.
Those are
reported. I thought the
businesses
conflict of
that,
interest.
from the police
It's
standpoint,
hard to
are
exclude
generally,
it.
we
I'll go on
don't know
this
these
side.
we don't know these inner workings of what's going on behind it. I was the slow of that area. I used to walk that block
Yeah.
like every day.
Yeah.
And I knew.
I used
every
to go
single-
there
I knew
all the
Greg,
time.
I knew the Oaks guy. I knew
Yeah.
the
I used to go and get my cheese and my thing,
the bourgeois
yeah.
pig guy. I knew
Yep.
like all of them. And I knew
Used to go play pool at Bourgeois Pig.
and I knew Francois. I didn't know any of this
Okay.
stuff. I didn't know any of this stuff.
Right.
I didn't know any of this stuff.
Right.
I didn't know about Danny Masterson.
Right.
Like, granted, I'm not into the whole movie thing. I didn't even know who he was. So then, just so happens to be all this stuff like spills out in the middle of everything. And our whole point was not to suppress the protesters, and not to protect this. It was like, well, things were going on there, and especially when you started having people coming out, and I think. And I hope
People coming out drunk and on something.
Well, look, people go to a bar. And
So
they
if they get triggered, they're gonna be nasty and it's gonna
Yes,
stir
I'm
shit up.
saying It's a perfect storm.
Right.
And for
But
some
what
of the-
protests are meant
Well,
to,
hang on, but some of the agitators that maybe aren't there to get a message or more about just getting YouTube famous.
Right.
Is that
Absolutely.
not the perfect storm? Where now we have
Absolutely.
Regular people that, and I happen to know some of them that had nothing to do with Scientology are now being arrested for battery on something that they knew nothing about. And we're like, we gotta do something. We gotta try to stabilize this. So that first night we were there to try to stabilize. I don't know that it stabilized anything. I think it got worse.
no.
So
I get it.
we started adjusting, and did you ever see me over there at any more protests?
No, because you would have been exposed.
Exposed for what?
Oh, sorry, you said protest. I thought you said any Scientology.
No, at that point, we realized.
Right, that it was
We were
cause
there to
of,
we were there to try to create some peace, and instead it got even bigger and worse.
Right.
So we tried to shift. There was still like a period. There were some more arrests made.
Yeah.
Eventually, it died out. And again, there's more. It's not that whole hearing downtown. Again, I did all those conditional use permits hearings. I used to work Vice. I went to all of them. I knew all those people that were getting alcohol permits. I happened to know the land use rep from other cases, and they asked, "Hey, like something's going on with this protest. Would you be willing to come down and just at least explain what was going on?" And why all of a sudden there's all this interest. I'm like, absolutely. I was going to reiterate what our original stance was, which was determined probably a year before you guys even filed that, showed up at that appeal, which got appealed by somebody else for some other weird reason, because it had, I think she appealed it, because there's some conditions she wanted different, and so anyway, my whole point was to go there.
no, the anti-slap?
No, I'm talking about that conditional use permit hearing downtown, which everyone filed a complaint against me for like going there to protect her or something like that. She wasn't even there.
Oh, okay, I don't know about that. I mean, that's other people.
Yeah, that was in City Hall. I thought you were there. You weren't? Maybe you weren't.
Nope.
Some of the other.
Maybe I was definitely probably there.
Scott
Another
Hockstetter
one,
was there.
I
I know
was
he was
probably
there.
definitely not there then.
Hockstetter was there.
I was a kid who was.
Were you at that conditional use permit hearing?
Oh, heck, yeah.
So.
No, I wasn't. I was watching online. No,
Okay,
no,
so
I was
and everyone, that's like, I used to go to every alcohol permit in Hollywood. I used to go to every Hollywood alcohol permit, period, all of them. Because the police department always gives an opinion. We either oppose it or we don't.
But how can it be down there when it wasn't your area?
Because it's in Hollywood. If you go, you can pull all anything from pretty much
So
like
he's
20,
innocent?
anything from pretty much from like 2017 to 2022-ish, 3-ish. If you go pull all those conditional use permits, usually it'll say in there somewhere, Officer White and Officer Thompson or Officer White and so-and-so went and testified. And our usual, because we always submit a letter, if you pull the files, it's always signed by the captain.
They make it more work for me.
On behalf of the chief. And like I said, this is for all conditional use alcohol
How come I didn't
permits.
say, we had so many conversations about that. I was like so flipping mad at him for like going, kicking all the, protesters out. I
So,
said, you're out of his, area. And he never explained this to me.
Well, you guys filed a complaint on me, and I had to wait till that got resolved.
Oh, I was like,
So there's a lot more to
he's
this.
innocent, but yeah, he
So-
told me that. No.
so-
You know what? Can I clear that up? I did not file a complaint on you.
No, I say you,
No,
not you.
no,
It's somebody
no,
else. Somebody did.
No, I'm not saying that. No one did. Your captain did, because all I did was ask. I asked a question.
Okay, yes.
Whether or not, and I never saw any complaint, nothing. I did not say right.
You're right. The
I
way
said,
that
right,
well,
because I
welcome to the
said.
LAPD. Like you insinuated that you weren't
No,
happy.
I
and
said
had a
I
complaint.
said I have a question. I said Sergeant White was seen, at the out of the division out of what's it? The next is it district? Because it was like downtown. I said if he was meant to be there, if he's supposed to be there, I have no problems with that. But if he's not supposed to be there, then and he's doing it like rogue, like he's just a rogue because he's like I don't know, he has a then I have a problem with that.
Correct.
Because I don't want corruption.
So
But they never got back to me. So apparently
well, they can't. They
but
can't.
so they filed a complaint without my permission.
Well, we can do it based on if you're alleging misconduct.
No, I didn't allege. You could go back. I could show you the emails. I asked. I did not allege anything because I keep open because I don't know if he belongs there or not.
If
Maybe
they
I have permission.
interpret it as a possibly complaint,
Herrera was being an idiot.
they'd rather take it.
And I don't even know what it said. And no one even told me.
It was pretty much like you said. They just. I don't know.
I said, was he?
So the
Question.
way it works is, again, all those they always ask for the police department. They always check in with Vice. I worked Vice for 7 years, and so again, before I even knew anything about Scientology and Francois and all this, like probably a year before is when she did her renewal process to get her conditional use permit renewed, and I worked with her with that. And then she got a determination, and then somebody appealed it. I can't remember if she appealed it because she wanted something different.
She did.
I think
and
so.
then she
So
dropped
it was her. Well, that was the
because-
thing. It was her own appeal because she wanted to make it a little bit better on one particular condition with something. I don't
She
know.
wanted it open later.
So yeah, exactly. And so, in the meantime, all this new stuff adds to it. And their land use rep, which again is like a lawyer, basically, who I knew from many other cases. They were saying, hey, like there's something going on with this protest. Would I be willing to go reiterate that we did not oppose this request from the beginning? I went there simply to say that.
But they didn't get to talk because he pulled it out. So that's how we didn't know
That's the thing.
that.
She pulled it, and then they were trying to clear it out. There's usually is a slow assigned to City Hall, and so
we know them.
But
you're not in that division.
No, the lady
That's
from
special
the lady from the
I know
that was the Central Planning Commission. She asked, "Are you the slow for like the security?" I'm like, "No, but I can help you because the whole point was
Is he allowed to help? Is he allowed?
100%.
Okay.
Because
I just want to know.
the
I'm not
whole point
asking
is
that saying he can't. I just
They
wanna
weren't hearing it that day. She canceled it.
Right,
So
she
the whole
did.
point is, hey, we need to get on these other cases. Like, we're not here just for this. And granted, I understand everyone wanted to bring up their points.
Well, no,
but
people were mad because of something they said, or like they said something that was really offensive, and somebody called and they
yeah,
got
it very well may have been. But the whole point is, they need to get on with life.
Okay,
and
so
so,
when you're-
and so they ask, can you help? Absolutely, it's time to go on,
Okay,
everybody.
and
I just need gang expert, same thing. Why can't they, hey, I know you're on this case, you testified on that case, like, give me the case file, see what I can do.
So why, so that's then I have a problem with the captain, because then I look stupid, okay? Because I'm not sitting there, I know better than to just write a complaint. Right. 'Cause I
You
know
weren't
how
the only
things-
one that, somebody else called too.
Okay,
Like,
I asked a question, but then, and then, they gave it, I said, I do not want any complaint if he has a right to be there.
I don't know how many
Because I'm
people.
not trying to get any
Hold
cop.
on, just don't
Keep this
forget.
in mind what his badge does say though. It says the city of Los Angeles. Right. Technically, we are
But-
law enforcement for the city of Los Angeles. We can work.
We have-
anywhere.
That's what I asked him.
We
I
have-
asked Herrera specifically,
But-
was he, because
The
it looked like
Olympics are coming,
favoritism.
You're gonna see us all over this city.
Yes.
You're
I
gonna see
get
me
that.
standing at Venice, you're gonna see me.
Oh, I
standing-
know, especially when they push that orange button, I know you're all gonna come from
It's
everywhere.
gonna come from everywhere.
I know.
And don't forget, when you guys live stream those things, you're getting viewers from everywhere. Everyone that saw that said, "Oh, you're right. Officer White
Shouldn't be
is.
there."
He shouldn't be there. I'm gonna." So
See, here I am, I'm defending you.
The
Because
complaints,
I
yes.
did not want a complaint, I specifically told Herrera, and I have a problem with him.
So-
And I wanna, because
Somebody-
I specifically said, if he has a right to be there, I am not complaining
I
at
think
all.
somebody else walked into Pacific Station and said, and they wanted to file a complaint.
Okay, that's not
on
me.
that.
I
So,
didn't want to
it-
file.
It might not
I
have been
just wanted-
yours.
Okay.
It could have been.
No, but I
it
got
was
something in
multiple
mail at
places.
your, no, he did file a complaint under my name, which I did not approve of.
You know.
Because I said only if, no, because I got that thing that you were exonerated. If you were meant to be there, then you're supposed to be exonerated.
So, and-
But I didn't want to make a complaint, it was an inquiry.
I understand.
Because you have to look how, it looks, if people are protesting, right? And all the favoritism we've been seeing, right, and he doesn't play the guitar and all that, whatever. You can understand how, for me, it was very confusing
You guys
why
can
he
ask
was
all the
there.
questions, well, we didn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And that's what I did,
we don't
right?
have
And I'm
problems.
tired, but why would they then make a complaint from questions?
See,
Like, I could
he
document
interpreted-
this
he
and
interpreted
prove it.
But the good, the only thing.
No, I don't think, I think Herrera, I'm sorry, I'm
Craig
excited about
Heredia,
it.
Craig Heredia, is that who?
but- Huh? Where's Heredia?
Captain Craig Heredia is now Chief Heredia, if you want.
Are you serious?
Different.
Different agency. He went to
Oh.
Fountain Valley, he became the Chief of Police.
Sorry, I said that, I'm not a hater, but. I
So you're gonna have to
appreciate
deal
that,
with him in
because
Fountain
then, of
Valley.
course, you know what?
But shh, I'm coming in, yeah, get on that bus.
But see, it puts a bad light because.
But also, when we protest live streaming, the word gets out about Scientology. So there is a balance. It gets out faster. Like, people are able to help us
100%, not arguing.
know
with you.
our
I'm just
rights
saying,
better.
You get
But
some kooky people that do some kooky.
not me,
Not you. I'm
Not
talking
me,
about some of your kooky viewers.
not my viewers they know. People fucking
Well,
doing
you-
that
there-
shit,
there's
for me, no, it's Scientology. It's
Well, you-
Scientology trying to make it look like certain people are doing it. And then some people
Hey,
are immature
It's like a-
and
like a
are
reverse sign-off.
idiots and do it wrong or inappropriate.
Anyway,
Everybody does it their way. I don't do it that way. I don't do that shit. I don't make false reports, complaints, nothing. I've written commendations. I've done that. I don't play around with the shit that I've been tortured with my whole life. Yeah. Cool.
If you guys have questions, if you think someone, officer did something wrong, file a complaint. We'll look
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, for
If they
sure.
did something wrong.
Right,
Don't
and
take
I
it.
have when it has happened. I've never made fucking shit up.
I'll be happy to take it.
I know.
Yeah,
It's-
okay.
The Officer White being seen in like Northeast Division,
But I don't like that,
that's not
shouldn't
a
happen. He should have said, I said, now, if,
I don't
now,
know.
if it turned out.
We're on you, White.
That you were being rogue and
one of the nicest
corrupt,
guys.
wrong, then sure, you know, and even
Well,
then,
at
I
least
like-
we're healing
I
this
do
now.
way more commendations
See, even
than
chat's
you,
healing. Everybody's healing.
I do.
officers appreciate that.
Somebody said, can we all just hold hands and sing Rockstar by Nickelback?
Wow.
That's a pretty specific request.
Literally.
I like it though. I like it.
Yes, we can do that. We're spiritually doing that.
I want
like
to
your
have a
request.
good working, and I'm gonna get, I know, I already see it coming, oh, you bootlicker and all that, there's gonna be streams about me being.
Doesn't matter. We're used to it.
And
Who
we're
cares?
used to it. I don't care. I do respect the police. I don't like bad cops and I don't like bad policing.
That's it. Period. It's
And
very
I'll keep down
simple.
your door, and, like, I'm gonna keep educating you until you can't take it anymore, and you're like, okay, we gotta fix this. Okay?
Fair enough.
All
Cool.
right? Okay?
Okay.
Other
All right,
than
Miss
that,
Lara.
And
I
don't
am
forget
not
your
the fun
flyer.
officer like we hate.
You have to look and see. You'll be,
have to read it.
and if you
I mean,
scan
that's
this
the whole-
code, it literally has the policy letters of destroy them utterly. They're destroying me utterly.
I worked hard on
Oh,
this,
like
other people.
specifically.
No, they have
I'll make you a promise.
Scientology.
Him and I will read this.
Thank you.
I have
Promise,
no
thank
problem.
you. Thank you.
Absolutely no problems.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That works.
Loves. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
We will see you
Oops,
next
hold
CPAB.
on, chat. Yes, I'll be
See
here.
the next
I'll be
CPAB.
on.
Okay, then, hopefully, don't let us get kicked out, you promise. I have.
No, for the next Faith in Blue.
Yeah.
Next CPAP,
No.
we don't get. You got kicked out of CPAP?
No, but we get, I don't want to get kicked out of the police. What's the one?
The Faith in Blue. Oh, the National Night Out.
It's just
All right,
open
so
to
we can
all
come-
community.
we're not
Yeah.
gonna get kicked out.
No, he said he invited
Okay, see,
us
we're not gonna be-
personally.
We have it here.
You're personally invited by me.
There you go. Bam.
Okay, awesome. And
Thanks,
thank-
guys.
Tell the other two, I can't think of their names right now. There's two lovely, slows.
Oh, yes.
I enjoyed that. I was
The
so
ones that
grateful.
we had a run-in with at the thing. Yes, not Mata. We haven't resolved Mata's issue yet.
Yeah, we haven't done.
I did a little bit right now with her. I did give her the thing and she's.
Mata, I'm telling you, any story that I have is very similar. It's not like what you think. It's not the conspiracy that gets all those views and all those live streams and all those.
No, that's not true. There are people who do support everything that we're doing, how we do it. And they don't support people who are doing it antagonistically or fucked up.
I'm saying Officer Mata is not like a problem either.
Okay.
Right, and I just had not even a 2-minute conversation with her and she was receptive. Yeah. Yep, which I'm doing. Can I get an acknowledgement? Lara, good job.
I need your help to deal with North Hollywood.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a great night.
Fuck yeah, audit. Hell yeah.
Unsafe pointed, unsafe pointed, Jenny. Fuck you.
Look everybody who came out. Look what they saw.
Yep.
Look what they saw. See when they come out. Oh, whoa. Oh, is it stuck on the carpet? Oh, there's something under the carpet. Okay, you're tied.
It's front tires. I'm having issues with.
That's so weird.
Okay, guys.
Here, you think you can do it?
Yeah, it's just that my front tires.
Just make sure you get. No, you're good on. Now a little more on this side. This side. This side. Nope. There. Perfect. Go. Yep. Good. Done.
There we go.
Now you're.
Wildly tired.
Anyways, look what they see when they all came out. Isn't that great? So when they all come out of here, they see this.
We're personally invited by the captain.
Yeah, and he personally invited us to the National Night Out.
Actually, that was very healing for me.
Yes, I literally just, guys.
That was so healing.
Super fucking healing.
Yes, for me too. And I do feel like they are getting it and they're understanding. And I do believe him when he says it was more of like, like community, whatever. They've been dealing with it for years. And but if I see changes, then we're good. If they're not going to be going to the Christmas anymore, he's not going to do that. If that's
White, they literally just told us, White's
like,
not a Scientologist. He's not going to any more of those events ever again.
And so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt until he gives me a reason not to.
Yep.
And I can't live with constant hostility.
Amy says that was so productive. Great job.
So
Gone Girls, a great job. For fuck's sake,
happy.
we're not here for conspiracy. Literally, the chat was mad. Don't call us conspiracy viewers. Like, oh my god, that was bloody fab. Awesome job. Like that was super fucking awesome.
I can't function like.
Wow, that was awesome. No, I'm so glad you are here and we are here and we did it. That's why I'm saying I'm glad you like encouraged me to just get over here. I was like, what if I'm 15 minutes late?
I don't care.
I was like, is that weird? No. I was just like, I'm coming in.
And
then I went live.
Okay, we could go home. We could just forget it. No, I knew I had to come tonight.
Yeah, no, that was really fucking awesome.
That was amazing. That was so.
Wow!
Healing. It's like,
Yeah, I also handing out those.
Janet, we don't hate you, Janet.
Janet, we don't hate you. We just want you out of the Sea Org.
Yeah,
we'll get you a place to live and
we
have.
can be besties.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Right?
You can have.
Heal and
I won't be
connect
besties with you because I'm.
Me neither. I can't be besties.
But Audit might.
I'm excited. Well, you know
Audit
what?
will be there to answer the phone.
Yeah.
If you want to chat with her.
Yeah, if you need to, I'll be there to
But
help.
that's not true. We don't hate you, Janet.
No, we
that's
don't hate
literally
you.
not true. And that's very funny that right away the lady told us, oh, that's why. That's why. I said, why? What did she say? And she also said that Janet was trying to find out about her training programs and all the things. Anyways,
Yeah,
I
they're
can't
like,
wait. I literally have all of their cards.
Yes,
which I'm
can't
so
wait.
excited
I know,
for.
yeah.
And
In
we
fact,
gave them, I
I'll
gave
start
away
writing letters.
24 flyers. 24 of those flyers.
Let's get her hooked up with more guys. She needs some more. Like it's, she's
and
doing
thank
this
you
on
guys.
her own. So
Yeah, no,
help
all
her.
of it. Not on my own.
No.
Not on my own. We're all doing this together.
Right. She needs that. Let's
I
get her
would be
more.
doing it on my own if I had to mock up the whole flyer, get it all printed, which I did. But
let's get
the
her
money,
more.
the people who donated money for them. Period.
Yeah,
No,
so thank
it's
you,
not
guys.
on my own. We always do this
But you know what
together.
I mean? Like I just wanted to
No,
be
I
where
know.
we
But yes, I
we
am
help
doing
you get
it.
more.
Yep.
We get her more.
It's really good. And
This is
he,
as good, like, the
he
county
literally
manager-
just promised. We promised. He was like, you have both of our words that we will read this tonight.
Yes.
or whatever he said, that
he
we will
promised that
read
they were
this.
both- and they
And
shook
I said,
hands
it
on
scan that QR code so you can really see the policies and the. Wow! I'm like, I feel so good. I want to go home and
I'm so
just
glad
like.
you came.
I'm
Because you were
thank
trying,
you.
you know you were trying to get us out of it.
I kind of was like,
She was hoping
do
I'd
we
say,
need
like,
to?
I know, do we need to?
I was like, is Janet going?
I was already at the train, so I wasn't turning back. I was like,
Once
I
you
could
were
either
like on the
turn
train, I was
around,
like, fuck, I have to hurry up. I was like, don't slow down. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Girl, like you should have called me like 20 minutes ago. I might say, oh, yeah, I feel good. I'm in bed, whatever. I was like, you know, but no, I was already on the train. I was like, honey, if I'm going, you're going.
Yeah, and we did it.
But and then the county meeting was such an
Here, hold
amazing.
this. Sorry,
Yep.
just put my little sweater on.
The
it's like
the
so
county
hot,
meeting.
and then the sun goes
Now
down.
it's
It's cold.
freezing.
But that was so good,
It was
guys. Okay, can I
amazing.
say my little like woo?
Yeah.
I was very nervous when I went in. Because I was just like, you know, I'm already thinking, oh, I'm so rude, I'm late. And then everybody's staring at me, right? And then
And there was a seat for you, but the lady, other than that, I was like,
they took it.
she
No,
took
but
it.
then it was good because I was nervous, like filming where
Oh,
I was.
no.
I thought so. I just thought like, I know we're allowed to film, but I just thought
I just
don't know,
can't.
Janet's such like
yeah.
a little bitch
I
that
know.
she would have been like, and if they're allowed filming or something, I don't know. But so then the more I knew the president was or the chairman was watching me and
Yeah,
and so then I
they
just
were
started
fine.
filming.
They're getting
It's
used
kind
to
of
it.
being like a little orchestra.
You're
but yeah.
training them. You're training them to be used to the camera.
Used to the camera, and so look what happened here. I'm being completely transparent.
And you got to see it, right? You got to see all this amazingness. It was so awesome.
I gave all this pamphlets and they're gonna read it. And they all
And they
know.
promised, and we're invited personally to the
we're
Faith
invited
in Blue.
personally to the Faith in Blue, and we're invited. He also
And
invited
then
us. to the
we're
national-
gonna find out when we can do bullhorns because I'm like they cannot claim 12 hours.
Oh, you might be covering up the thing.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
You can't claim 12 hours, so we're working on it little by little. We'll see. You know, we'll get there.
You guys are freaking awesome.
Yeah. Now we get to
That
go
was
around.
really good.
Now, do we still want to? We're still doing tomorrow. Or or do you want to just call in, or like, how are you feeling?
I would like to, because I have a show out in the desert. I have 2 shows this weekend in the desert, so I'm camping out the whole time. And so I would like to get stuff done Thursday and went tomorrow and Thursday so that I can be out in the desert Friday and Saturday and then come back Sunday, decompress, and then Monday, boom, back to Public Works. So is
Okay.
it fine if I don't do Wednesday and we just call in tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
And that way I can go work
call
on
in
my
too. Yeah, because my
packing.
knees like real. But again, we did this. It's kind of late, so I don't mind doing that for tomorrow because I was kind of like, I'm okay with that.
Okay, we can call in.
Yeah, okay. Are you okay with that, chat?
Is chat? Are you guys okay with that?
Okay. because this was like morning and night, so it's been a long day. So
Yeah,
it
we
might
did
be-
a lot today too.
Yeah, we did a lot. So it's so
That
good.
was
So
really
we'll
good.
call in, and then let's see what happens.
There
But
is
then I
a
might
Public
drag her, like,
Works
no,
next
like-
week, I thought.
Yeah, probably for a day or two because Easter's coming.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Tomorrow is last meeting before break. Shit.
Then do we need to go? Is that who's saying that? Who's
Ganja.
sending us?
Ganja.
Sending us to work.
2 beautiful ladies. Hi, Maureen Hayworth. Haworth.
Get home before it's too dark.
Love to you and
All right,
your
well,
family.
We'll play it by ear. If not, we may call in because we're human and we're
Yes.
you know,
We're human and we get tired.
sometimes we need-
Thank you, Kathy. Proud of you, Miss Lara.
I know, proud of her.
I'm so proud
How
of us.
amazing is Lara doing? Like she's just.
I'm doing much better.
Oh, she's doing great.
I'm getting better. I'm understanding life a little bit better.
Yeah, we're understanding how things work and all the systems.
And yesterday, I was in the middle of telling you, yesterday me and Ashley went by Gold Base. I brought her to where, and I was just like, God, it gets me every time. It's just so triggering. But it feels better and stronger every time.
Well, let's
So,
try to get working on your mom's, proof
Yeah.
of.
proof of
life,
and okay, and yeah.
Wellness check.
Wellness
I couldn't
check.
think of the
Is that
term.
what it's-
Wellness check. Let's do that.
We're just too excited about what just happened.
I know.
All right,
I
it's
feel
really
on
good.
cloud nine.
And not
Okay,
only
what
that,
happened?
we also talked to the guy who
and
puts
thank
the Faith
you.
in Blue together,
Yes.
the younger guy that I thought edited the other video.
Yeah.
Then I asked him, I said, yeah, but who gave you their footage? And he said, oh, and I said, exactly.
Exactly.
So it was
Oh,
his
was that-
footage
was that-
and he
was that
edited it,
guy?
but it was also their footage
Yeah.
in his footage.
See?
And he said, oh, he literally went, oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
I was like, yes,
Yeah.
that means Scientology gave them the
Exactly.
footage.
And if
Anyway, so yeah.
and if
We
White or
nailed them.
Coley are watching, thank you for talking with us and letting us and hearing us. Like I do feel like we've been heard.
Yeah.
And that's half the battle is like hearing now doing. And then we're going to get, one of these days, the Fed, I'm telling you, Scientology, the feds are going to be breaking down that door. It's coming. Get off the bridge and get out of there now.
Yep.
Get out of there before they come, because you're all going to child traffic. All that stuff's coming. So people are going to be dealing
Get
with
out
that.
and
Get out while you
expose
can.
it.
And expose it while you can. It's going to go easier
You'll
for you.
feel good about doing
Yes,
it. You'll
yes.
feel good about
Come on,
coming
Kirsten.
clean.
I don't even hate Kirsten. I hate what you do.
No, we don't hate anybody besides.
Even Moxon, I don't hate you. I hate what you do.
Just kidding.
Moxon, yeah,
No,
like
I
they
don't
say
hate.
that. I don't hate
is
him.
not.
I
Hate
don't
is a
want
bad
hate in my
habit.
heart.
Hate is a bad
Yeah,
habit.
and it's a bad emotion.
It's a bad
You
excuse.
can't function.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't hate because I can't. It's poison. It's like drinking. It's like drinking poison yourself. Like you want to hurt the. You know, you hate the person.
Get off the bridge.
Get off the bridge. As I said, get off the freaking
Instead of
bridge.
get on the bridge, get off.
No,
the
get
bridge.
off the bridge and get out of that blue building and start confessing and start talking about it.
Learning and loving.
Love it.
Two cuties. Oh,
Oh,
thank
my
you
gosh.
guys so much.
Yes,
All right,
we love
well,
you guys, and thank you for filming it.
Yeah,
Because of
yeah,
there,
that
I
was so
can't.
neat.
Yeah,
I don't want to
do
get
the
a
other
ticket. I
meetings,
should
but-
already be moved, but I still saw that car, so I was like, I think I'm fine. Plus, it's
All right,
outside,
and
so
before
whatever.
it gets too dark, I guess I better roll. Bye,
Unless
guys.
you, well, what time is it right now? 7:30. Yeah, 7:30.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so we're
I
gonna
don't
call
know.
in to
Yeah,
Public
probably
Works
call in
tomorrow.
tomorrow,
If
'cause
you
I'm-
guys want to call in, you can go on to Antics stream, and she's been
Antics.
showing how to
Antics
do
is
it.
doing such great work.
Such awesome work.
And then Ganja
Promoting
did the other
everybody.
day too. So thank you, Ganja, for
Yep.
for
Everybody.
tag teaming it. Thank you, everyone.
Everybody.
And we have new callers and
Yeah.
we're loving it. And they're listening.
Everybody who's calling
But
in.
now we got, what we got to do though? We got, I know. man,
Double tap
now
the screen.
a
That's
part
right.
of me is wondering if we do have to go, because we have to make sure they don't give them the Easter permit, because I checked today, they don't have one for Easter, but we need to,
Be on
push.
top of it.
So
If
that's
anybody
for what,
hears
next
anything
week,
about
right?
permits or
No,
anything.
we need to talk to Public Works to tell them not to give them for Easter.
Right, we need to call in tomorrow. So Ganja also just said that she may be streaming it as well, so she'll be able to. If you're in the chat now, you can go to Ganja's or Antics, and they will be able to tell you how to call in and do that while you're chatting in the chat. You can ask any questions on how to do
We
it.
don't want any more permits, including Easter. They can have it.
Yep.
They have a big enough.
Let's call in and
property.
do that. Let's
Tell them to
make
have it
sure.
on their property. They're not going to.
Yeah, they
don't need
have
the
their
street.
own property. They
Yeah, they
own
have
so
plenty
much
of
real estate in
space.
Hollywood. There's no reason for them to ever shut down a sidewalk or a street. That
Ever.
is specifically to violate our rights. And like literally exposing
Yep.
our rights, literally the chats.
Yep.
All of our rights.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. All right.
All right.
Okay, love you so
All right,
much.
I love you too.
Should I stay on the? I'll stay on the live stream with everybody for a little bit.
All right, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go.
Everybody says they love you.
I love you. Bye, chat.
Mwah.
Love
And
you.
Audit, you can come in the chat if you want. In case anything happens, you just type in and say, I need help, and then I'll know to call you. Although you could just call me and I would interrupt my stream. You got it? Are you in it? Okay. She said she's in. Oh, she's in. Okay, good. Wow, guys. I want to just decompress with you guys for a little bit. That was really awesome. Ooh, cool. Perfect little stand. Wow. Yeah, that was wild. Look at this awesome lollipop that Ashley got me from our trip to Joshua Tree the other 2 days ago. That saved me, so I'm gonna cover that. I had a little bit of it, and wow, it's just so good, guys. I'm just so, yeah. Okay, I threw my keys in. Yeah. There they are. I was like, did I lock my keys in the bag? Wow, right? Very productive day. Audit, you absolutely rock. Yes, she does. Audit, you're so freaking awesome, and thank you for encouraging me to come out. She really did. I would have just continued doing what I was doing. Fucking fab. Ugh. Wow. I mean, honestly, I didn't realize I had sort of like animosity toward Brian White, Officer White. I do. And so, whoops, I just did it. And so now that, I don't know, definitely healed that up. Love that Collie was there and invited us to the meetings. I mean, you guys heard a lot of it. I think that was really good. On it, that was awesome, but I'm not surprised. The work you do is amazing. Always such a... Aw. And thank you guys. Thank you for the super chat. Did I totally miss that? Yes, I didn't know, but I hearted it. So I was probably just focusing on the thing. There we go. Hi, Ann. Hey, Lara, just AFYI, I'm still trying to get the supplies to you, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Sorry. No problem. I love you so much. You're a freaking angel. And I'm also... Actually, Ann, are you able to email me? I want to have your personal email. I think I already have it, but I'm not sure. And yeah, can you email me? LARA, larafmmusic@gmail.com. You probably already have it, and you probably already emailed me. I just love you, and I wanted to, yeah, send you a message. You're freaking awesome. Ann said to have you read her super chat. See, there we go. Love you guys so much. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to pay attention to the road here while I drive. I mean, I always do, but that was really good, guys. That was really good. I feel really good about that. I also learned, like, I want to really work on not holding grudges, you know, especially while I'm protesting Scientology and stuff, because that is going to come up a lot. You know, I'm going to probably feel grudgeful to certain people and different police officers that I have to deal with or whatever, or that I have had to deal with. And I think that's part of the process of becoming a good protester and an activist, and kind of like really coming from a genuine, deep, you know, true place where you can be able to hear and feel emotions, even if I'm feeling triggered or whatever, and then being able to adjust it so that the outcome isn't a traumatic outcome, you know, being able to adjust it so the outcome is actually productive and awesome and more healing and, you know, transparency, clarity. Anyways, now I'm going on a roll. Well, what do you think, Audit LA? Just kidding. Thank you, everyone. I'm a dork. I was talking to you guys as if I was streaming. Good. That's funny. That's funny. Also, when you were coming out the door, I felt like you were like, oh, sorry, guys. And I think it was like you were almost in just like streamer mode. All right. Well, yeah, I have these 2 cute little braids in my hair that I put. Anyway, yeah, you are the best. You're the best dork. Oh, Moose, what's up, Moose on the loose? Yeah. All right, loves. I love you guys all. Thank you so much for supporting me. Audit, supporting all of us, supporting each other. We couldn't do it without you. You couldn't do it without you. So thank you guys so much. And yeah. Love you guys so much. Talk soon. I'll keep you guys. Again, if you can call in to the Public Works meeting at 10 a.m., you can go to Ganja Girl or you can go to Antics of a Mama Squirrel, their YouTubes, and they always have that on, and you can find out how to call in and the links and when you can talk and all that shenanigan. All right, loved you guys so much. I'm gonna keep focused and call somebody, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Learning and loving with you.